Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919.
Welcome, Lemurs fans. James Nasser here with you as we get set for another game here in the 2016 season. Lemurs fell last night to the Lincoln Saltdogs by a score of 12-4. A tough loss as Laredo committed 4 errors in the ballgame, 3 of which came in one inning, an inning in which Lincoln would score 3 runs. And really that set the tone kind of for the rest of the game, or it had not say set the tone, but it affected, I think, the rest of the game last night. So Lemurs fell last night. Danny Moskowitz took the loss. Ryan O'Sullivan got the win for the Lincoln Saltdogs. So with the loss, the Lemurs dropped to 12-10. They sit a half game ahead of the Wichita Wingnuts in the South Division standings. Wichita at 12-11. The Joplin Blasters are 3 games out of first place in the South at 9-13. They won yesterday, and the Texas Airhogs lost their 4th game in a row. They are now 9-14. Now the Wichita Wingnuts, their win yesterday, that puts them with 6 straight wins. Longest win streak in the league. Second longest is owned by the Lincoln Saltdogs and by the St. Paul Saints. They each have 4 straight wins. So the Saltdogs, with their 4 straight wins, are now 13-9 on the year as they lead the Central by a game over the Sioux City Explorers. Sioux City has won 3 in a row. Sioux City 12-10 on the year. Gary South Shore Railcats 10-13, 3.5 games out of first in the Central Division. And the Kansas City T-Bones last place in the division at 9-14. They lost last night and are 3-7 in their last 10 ball games. Over in the North Division, the St. Paul Saints lead it with a record of 16-8. In second place, the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks 13-9, 2 games behind the Saints. Winnipeg Goldeyes 12-11. They're 3.5 out of first in the North, and 6.5 games out of first place, the Sioux Falls Canaries, who are 3-7 in their last 10 games. They are 9-14 on the year after starting off the year 6-0. The Canaries have definitely dropped a lot of games since then. 3-14 since their hot start. Those are your standings. As we take a quick look at your starting pitching matchup, Matt Sergey on the hill for the Lemurs against Lindsey Coggle of the Lincoln Saltdogs, a pair of right-handers, and both righties are in the top 10 in ERA in the league. Sergey sitting in second place in the league in earned run average, just behind Tyler Heron of Fargo-Moorhead. Sergey is 2-0 with an ERA of 0.72, which is really, really, really good. Sergey also right now leads the league in strikeouts ahead of Tyler Heron by 1 strikeout. Sergey with 34 Ks on the year. For Lindsey Coggle, well, he's right there with Sergey and Heron. Well, not quite. Second best pitcher on the team in terms of numbers, but just barely. Matt Larkins, who we saw in Game 1, is right ahead of Coggle. Coggle, the 4th place in ERA in the league. He's 3-1 with an ERA of 1.86. 29 innings pitched in his 4 games, and he has 27 strikeouts on the year, 5th place in the league in strikeouts. So he's top 5 in the league in ERA, top 5 in strikeouts, as is starter Matt Sergey. Sergey, a slight edge in both of those, though, on Lindsey Coggle. But should be an excellent matchup today on the hill. So we'll see what the hitters can do at the plate against these 2 fine pitchers. We'll come back. We'll have your starting lineups here in a few moments as we get set for first pitch between the Lincoln Saltdogs and your Laredo Lemurs.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo. Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubba-da, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
Uni-Trade continues to...
James Nasser back here with you as we get ready for first pitch here at the ballpark. Flags waving at half staff out there in left field in reverence to the shootings that happened earlier today in Orlando, Florida, as many people died. 50, last I saw was 50, and 50 plus more wounded. So our thoughts and prayers certainly with them today back or down in Florida. We get ready for first pitch here. Take a look at your starting lineups for the Laredo Lemurs. They'll be led off by Drew Martinez. He's in center field. J.D. Pulfer bats second. He's playing second base. Ty Morrison's in left field, batting third. In right field, batting fourth, Dennis Phipps. The designated hitter is Abel Nieves. He bats fifth. In the sixth spot behind the plate, it's Matt Coach. Cesar Valera is at third base. He bats seventh. In the eighth spot, at first base, Jesus Pozo. And batting ninth at shortstop, Alvaro Rondon. Pitching today for the Lemurs, Matt Sergey. Again, that's Martinez, Pulfer, Morrison, Phipps, Nieves, Coach, Valera, Pozo, and Rondon. For the Saltdogs, they'll be led off by Chase Harris in center field, followed by Dan Hennigan at second base, batting second. In the three spot at first base, Kurt Smith. Rene Leverett is the cleanup hitter and is the DH today for Lincoln. Mike Gilmartin, just acquired yesterday, was not here in time for the game, though, last night. He bats sixth and is the shortstop. Luis Allen's batting seventh. He's behind the plate catching, batting sixth. Gilmartin is fifth. Allen sixth. Darby seventh. Austin Darby in right field, batting seventh. John Smith batting eighth. He's in left field. And at third base, batting ninth, Pat Kelly. On the hill for the Lincoln Saltdogs tonight, it's Lindsey Coggle. Again, that's Harris, Hennigan, Smith, Leverett, Gilmartin, Allen, Darby, Smith, and Kelly with Coggle on the mound. The umpires for tonight's ball game, you have Brian Child behind home plate. Over at first base, Kyle Kilgore, and at third, Jordan Sandberg. The umpires are standing around home plate. They have thrown out the ceremonial first pitches already, and I think the managers just met at home plate and exchanged lineups. So when we come back, we should have a national anthem and first pitch here shortly. This first pitch is scheduled to happen in 10 minutes. So we'll give you your scoreboards when we come back and hopefully have the national anthem shortly thereafter as we count down the first pitch between the Lincoln Saltdogs and the Laredo Lemurs.
Provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919.
Chavarria's Plumbing's the...
All right, let's take a look at your scoreboard here in the American Association. Just here real quick as the Lincoln Saltdogs are getting ready to take the field. Already a couple of finals today. The Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks at home falling 4-2 to the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Kansas City T-Bones and Joplin Blasters also played a day game today. The T-Bones winning 5-3 over the Blasters. Over in Texas, or in Amarillo, Texas, the Texas Airhogs won 7-3 against the Wichita Wingnuts. So the Wingnuts finally drop a game. They'd won 6 in a row coming into today. The Gary South Shore Railcats and the Sioux City Explorers are in the bottom of the 9th inning. And the Railcats and Explorers are tied at 3 in the bottom of the 9th. And over in Sioux Falls, bottom of the 3rd, the Sioux Falls Canaries trailing the St. Paul Saints by a score of 3-0. We are about ready here as the Salt Dogs are taking the field. Only a few more players left for them to trot on out there. And we'll have the national anthem here in a second. Lindsey Coggle out there with his watchdogs, is what they call the youngsters who play on some youth baseball team.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, those who are able, we ask that you rise at this time as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
National anthem time here at the ballpark.
Ladies and gentlemen, just for your information, in case you're not aware, a terrible tragedy happened in Orlando, Florida overnight, and that's why our flags are at half-staff by order of the President of the United States. Fans, let's turn.
I heard the public address announcer announce those flags at half-staff out there in left field as there was a shooting in Orlando, Florida earlier today, well, overnight in the wee early hours of the morning. It is the largest mass shooting in U.S. history. But we're here to play some baseball today. So let's get this game underway. Lindsey Coggle on the mound, right-handed pitcher, 3-1 with a 1.86 ERA. As he throws his warm-up tosses, take a look around the defensive alignment here for the Lincoln Saltdogs. They have Luis Allen behind the plate catching Coggle, who is on the mound. Pat Kelly's over at third base, Mike Gilmartin at short. Dan Hennigan is at second base. At first, it is Kurt Smith. John Smith is in left field. Chase Harris in center, and Austin Darby in right. So Coggle on the mound, getting loose out there. He's been solid this season. His last start came against the Sioux Falls Canaries. He got a win. He has gotten a decision in every single one of his starts, made 4 starts, 3 wins, 1 loss. And he threw 7 innings, gave up 1 run on 6 hits, struck out 7, and walked 1, as he was excellent there. In fact, he has a complete game on his record already this season, although it was not a shutout. He gave up 2 runs 2 starts ago against the Texas Airhogs, throwing 9 innings, giving up 5 hits in that start. He hasn't allowed more than 2 runs in a start this season. He's done that actually twice. 3 times he's allowed 2 runs. Only 2 of those times were both the runs earned. Stepping up to the plate, leading off the inning, Drew Martinez for the Lemurs. It'll be Martinez, Pulfer, and Morrison starting off the ball game for the Lemurs, their first 3 hitters at the plate here today. An earlier start, 5:05 scheduled first pitch here in Lincoln today. Tomorrow, a 1:05 first pitch. Fans are on their feet clapping as they do before the first strike of the game is thrown. Coggle winds and fires. First pitch of the ball game is low for ball 1. Last night they had to wait a while for the first strike as Drew Martinez walked on 4 pitches and J.D. Pulfer walked on 4 pitches. They had to wait until the 9th pitch of the ball game. The 1-0 to Martinez, up and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Martinez might make him do it again here today with Coggle on the mound. Wait a little while to get a strike. Coggle down 2-0 to Martinez. The 2-0 pitch on the outside corner, and there is a strike. Martinez this season batting .278. He has 10 RBIs and no home runs on the year for the Lemurs. That .278 batting average is good for best on the team. He leads Dennis Phipps, who is in second place. The pitch. Martinez swings, hits one down the left field line, slicing foul and out of play onto the berm, actually. I thought it might have gotten into the bullpen, but it just missed the bullpen, landed on the berm. There along the left field line. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the count to Martinez. Coggle with the 2-2 pitch. Martinez swings and again hits one almost the same spot, a little bit shorter and further out into left. Count still 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Lemurs leadoff batter here in the top of the first. So count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Coggle winds in the break-even pitch. Swing and again fouled away, left side. Same general area. Count still 2-2. Coaching first base today for the Lemurs as I look down there. Last night's starter, Danny Moskovitz. So Moskovitz coaching first base as we've had a player coach first on the road this season. The 2-2 pitch again swung on and lifted this time in the air into right, shallow right field. Coming in is Darby, glasses gleaming in the sunlight. He'll make the catch. Fly out to right, 1 away.
Next up to the Lemurs, number 10, second baseman J.D. Pulfer.
Now J.D. Pulfer to the plate. Pulfer, probably the offensive player of the game for the Lemurs last night in a ball game that they lost by a score of 12-4. Lemurs taking the defeat. Pulfer had 2 hits last night as well as 2 walks. He drove in a run and he scored a run. First pitch to Pulfer, swings at it, puts it in play. Right side, drifting towards the line into foul territory. Trying to track it is the second baseman Hennigan. He won't get there in time. as it will hit the warning track area there along the fencing there, along the right field fence, and it'll bounce up and over. Count 0-1. Pulfer this season, after last night's game, upped his batting average to 195. 8 runs driven in for him, no home runs yet this season. The wind and delivery from Coggle. Pulfer taking inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pulfer walked his first 2 times up at the plate last night. Before getting hits in his last 2 at-bats. He swings at that pitch, pops it up over our heads here, and a count now 1-2. Last night's ball game certainly not the best for the Lemurs. They committed 4 errors last night, although Lincoln had 3. A sloppy game all the way around, and most of those were through the first 3 innings. The pitch to Pulfer, down in the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the first 3 innings, just sloppy play on both sides out there in the field. But the Saltdogs managed to recover a little better and won the game last night. They've won the first 2 games of the series, so in order for the Lemurs to get a split in this 4-game set, they're going to have to win the last 2 today and tomorrow. Coggle with the 2-2 pitch to Pulfer, swings, hits one down the line to right, but it'll hit off the wall in foul territory, and the count stays 2-2. The wall right there in front of the berm along the right field line. The right fielder, Darby, taking it and tossing it to some kids. Got some people up on the berms today, especially that one down the right field line. Left field line not as full. Coggle with the 2-2 pitch once more, and again fouled off, this time back to the screen. Count stays even. Lemurs batters making Coggle work. Already a 6-pitch at bat. He had a 7-pitch at bat to Martinez. This will be pitch number 7 to Pulfer. So at least 14 pitches to the first 2 batters of the ball game. Coggle will wind and fire again. Another break-even pitch. Pulfer tries to check his swing, but he makes contact with the ball, and it tips back into the glove of the catcher Allen, who manages to hang on, and that's strike 3. 2 outs in the inning. So 2 7-pitch at-bats, but they result in Lemur outs. To the plate, Ty Morrison. Morrison hitting .270 on the season. 9 runs batted in. No home runs as of yet. First pitch called a strike, 0-1. Lindsey Coggle, the pitcher on the hill, was born in Ocoee, Florida, in the suburb of Orlando. Pitch outside, 1-1. Went to Lake Highland Prep for his high school there in Orlando, and then stayed in the Central Florida area where he went to Stetson. The 1-1 finds the zone, 1-2. The Stetson University, I believe they're the Hatters, is their mascot. They wear green. 1-2 pitch. Morrison, swing and a miss, pitch in the dirt, and Allen will come out, throw over to first, and that'll end the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts of Pulfer and Morrison will end it, as it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Lemurs at the plate here in the first. We go to the bottom of the inning. Saltdogs coming to the plate in a scoreless ball game.
Number 1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que por fin compraste carro nuevo? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? ¿Que hoy empieza tu fin de semana? ¿O que hoy se acaba tu novela y mañana empieza otra? La respuesta es la misma, pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres, pues con un carnezazo de H-E-B. El carnezazo de H-E-B es una pachanga de sabor. Solo tienes que invitar a los compadres, prender la parrillita, ponerle unas fajitas, costillitas, chuletitas, salchichitas y, ¿por qué no?, hasta un pollo mariposita. Y que no se te olvide la musiquita y hasta una buena bailadita para un gran carnezazo. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnezazo, carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Matt Sergey on the hill for the Lemurs today, as he's throwing out his warm-up pitches here in the first. Sergey enters the ball game with a 2-0 record and a 0.72 earned run average. He has been excellent this year for the Lemurs so far. So you have arguably the two aces of the staff. Coggle's only competition for the ace of the staff would be, or his biggest competition would be, Matt Larkins. Sergey, I think it's pretty safe to say he's the ace. Although he wasn't the opening day starter, that was Ryan Beckman. But Sergey out there on the mound. Defensively for the Lemurs, they have Matt Coach behind the plate, Cesar Valera at third base, Alvaro Rondon at short, J.D. Pulfer at second. So yes, Rondon and Pulfer actually flipped positions today. Pulfer's playing second base for the first time this season, Rondon at short. Jesus Pozo's over at first. The outfield, Ty Morrison in left, Drew Martinez in center, and Dennis Phipps in right. Chase Harris, Dan Hennigan, and Kurt Smith lead off the inning for the Saltdogs. Here comes the first pitch to Harris from Sergey, outside for a ball, 1-0. Harris batting so far this season, .237, 2 runs batted in, no homers. Sergey with the 1-0 delivery on the outside corner, called a strike, 1-1. Sergey has been excellent this season, as each of his starts, he has increased his strikeout total by 1. As he gets a sign from Coach, the 1-1 delivery. Down and away, 2 balls and a strike. Sergey, in his first start of the year, struck out a total. These aren't the right totals that I'm looking at. Struck out 7 batters. In his second start, struck out 8 batters. Third start, he struck out 9 batters. In his last start, his fourth, he struck out 10. Count now 2-2 to Harris. Looking at these numbers they have here, and they are not accurate. I don't know where they got these numbers from. Pitch popped up, right side, foul territory, and out of play. Oh, that's because they're Troy Marks' numbers. That's why they're not accurate. Troy Marks was originally slated this would be his day to pitch, but they're putting Sergey in on the hill today. I haven't heard what the status of Marks is, if he's going tomorrow. Comes the pitch. Harris, a swing and a miss. Strike 3, first strikeout of the ball game for Matt Sergey. So each staff going with a Florida boy on the hill. Sergey from Plantation, Florida. It's in the Fort Lauderdale area. Miami, a little bit north of Miami. Hollywood, Florida. So South Florida, definitely. And on the hill, Lindsey Coggle from the Orlando area, Ocoee, Florida. Small little town. Pitch to Dan Hennigan on the outside corner. Called strike. Hennigan this season has played in 3 games, batting .417, 3 runs batted in, no home runs. So he's been electric here for the Saltdogs in his first few ball games with the team. 0-1 pitch, low for a ball, 1-1, and said he's only played in 3 games. 2 of those have been against the Lemurs. They will shift on him, but not as heavily as they had been. Last ball game, he kept trying last night. That's what I mean by last ball game. He tried time and time again to go to the right side. 1-1, swing and a foul back to the screen, count now 1-2. He was successful twice, getting base hits to the right side through the hole. Well, one time was actually fielded, but he was too fast, and Valera didn't have Rondon, I'm sorry. No, it was Valera at second base yesterday. Didn't have a chance to get the ball to first in time to beat him, to even throw it. A couple other times he flew out to right field. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Delivery from Sergey. Down and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. It evens up. Hennigan, though, the shortest member of the team, standing at 5'7". In fact, the shortest person on either team. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Sergey winds and delivers the pitch to Hennigan. Swinging a foul back to the screen. Radar gun said 94. And I asked, I don't know if I never got a response, but I asked Drew, the Saltdogs broadcaster, how accurate or inaccurate was the radar gun out there in left center. And he couldn't give me an answer. He said he thought it might be last night he thought it was a couple 2 to 3 miles an hour fast. There's a swing and a fly ball hitting the air into left. Pretty deep. Morrison battling with the sun. He's at the warning track, reaches up and makes the catch. Boy, Morrison gave me a little scare there for a second as the wind is blowing out to the left field corner like it has been. Like he lost it for a second up there in the sun. But he recovered in time and made a last-second lunge right at the edge of the warning track to haul the ball in. Kurt Smith now to the plate, first baseman for the Saltdogs. Smith, I guess you could say he leads the team in batting average. Hennigan's only played 3 games, so his averages don't really count right now. But Kurt Smith batting .338 through 18 games for Lincoln. Pitch fouled off, 0-1. He also has 4 home runs, which is tied for second on the team, and 11 runs batted in. So Smith off to a good start for the Saltdogs this season. 0-1 the count, and the pitch from Sergey a little bit high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Infield is shifted more heavily here with Smith than they were with Hennigan. Pulfer playing on the grass behind second, a little bit to the left of second. 1-1 pitch. Smith swings, grounds it left side towards the hole, but it's a smaller hole because of the shift. Rondon fields it, backhands, throws to first on a hop, picked out of the dirt by Poso. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Matt Sergey on the hill. So both starters go 3-up, 3-down in the first. We go to the second with a scoreless ball game, Lemurs and Saltdogs.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
It'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters at the plate for the Lemurs here in the top of the second. Dennis Phipps, Abel Nieves, and Matt Coach. Phipps, the right fielder for the Lemurs, digs in. Lemurs not having a lot of power in their lineup, especially with Travis Danker going off to affiliated ball, and it's official. He is going to the Mobile Bay Bears, AA team for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Southern League, so he'll be in the same league as Kyle Winkler. There's a swing and a miss, 0-2. So we could have, well, not us, but there could be a pair of Lemurs facing off, or a pair of former Lemurs facing off against each other later on this season between the Montgomery Biscuits and the Mobile Bay Bears. Pitch in the dirt, 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to Phipps here. But Phipps, one of 2 members of the team currently with a home run. Phipps has 1 home run, as does Matt Coach, to go with his 10 runs batted in, which is now tied for the team lead, and a .273 batting average. The 1-2 pitch, Phipps tries to check a swing. They'll appeal, and they say he did not go around. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That pitch was down and away. Umpires today, Brian Child behind the plate. At first base, who made that safe call in the swing, is Kyle Kilgore, and Jordan Sandberg is at third base, umpiring today's ball game. I say today, it's still very light out. Probably won't get too dark today in the ball game. 2-2 pitch, swing, ground ball, softly hit to the left side, right to the third baseman, Kelly. Scoops up, throws a little bit wide of the bag. Phipps is not happy with the call, as coming off the bag and putting a tag on was Kurt Smith, the first baseman. I don't know, Phipps might have felt like he didn't make the tag. It was very close to the tag missing Phipps as he came running by. Pitching first base this inning, it looks like Luis De La Cruz. Abel Nieves to the plate. So Phipps grounds out in a 5-3 putout. Nieves, the designated hitter for the Lemurs today. Right-handed hitter. Coggle will wind and deliver to Phipps, or to Nieves, and that'll hit off of Coggle's leg. Nieves hustling down the line to first, and no throw will be made as Kelly picked it up, the third baseman. Now the training staff coming out to look at Coggle. Phipps will have himself a single, but boy, that was hit right back at the mound of Rocket, and it hit off the leg of Coggle, the starting pitcher for the Saltdogs, and he's in some pain, walking around. Training staff taking a look at him. Hopefully he's okay. Looks like his left leg is what they're looking at. So that would be, as a righty, his stride / plant leg, foot. He's trying to put some weight on it, testing his range of motion. No activity in the bullpen. No one even stretching or moving. Of course, if they have to make an emergency substitution, they'd get a chance to fully warm up there out in the mound, but it doesn't look like they're going to have to. Coggle's going to try and throw a couple of pitches off the mound here to his catcher, Luis Allen. First couple of pitches look pretty good from my untrained medical and scouting eye. But they're going to leave him out there. Fans give a round of applause for Coggle as he is okay, or at least okay enough to pitch. I'm sure he'll have a bruise tomorrow, though. Going to want to ice that tonight for sure. So Bell Nieves aboard with a 1-out single off the leg of Coggle. First hit of the ball game for either team. Matt Coach to the plate. 1 on, 1 out. Top of the second, still scoreless. Lemurs and Saltdogs. Coach, this season, the only other member with a home run on the team other than Dennis Phipps. Batting .187 with his lone home run and 10 runs batted in. Also tied in RBIs on the team now without Danker. And the pitch to Coach, low for ball 1. So we'll see how that ball hit off the leg affects Coggle here the rest of the way. Coggle, who was drafted a couple times, both times out of college, 35th round in 2011 by the Orioles, pitch outside, 2-0. And then the following year in 2012, 23rd round out of Stetson as well by the Los Angeles Dodgers. He ended up signing with the Dodgers. 2-0 count, pitch swung on, lined through the left side of the infield, actually over the glove of Kelly, the third baseman. He leapt for it, but he didn't get the catch. I thought it was hit between them, between the shortstop and third baseman, but it was more at the third baseman than I thought. It'll be back-to-back singles for the Lemurs. They have runners on first and second. With the Dodgers organization, though, Coggle made it up to High A in the California League in 2013 as well as in 2014. 2015, though, he spent it at Low A Great Lakes in the Midwest League. He only pitched in one game in 2015, though, before getting released. This is first year in independent ball here with the Lincoln Saltdogs. Coggle looks back at second and fires plateward. The batter, Cesar Valera, pitched down and away for a ball. Valera playing third base today. On the year, he's played 5 games with the Lemurs, hitting .125 with an RBI and no home runs. Coggle kicks and delivers. Valera swings, fouls it off the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Valera, who was with the team opening day, was later released on the first road trip of the season by the Lemurs, and then with the departure of Travis Dankert, Valera was re-signed. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Runners getting their leads. Coach at first, Nieves at second, and the pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count to Valera. Yesterday Valera played second base, and Nieves played third, but Nieves DHing today, and Valera playing third base. 1-2, the pitch from Coggle. Swing and a little tapper left side. It would be a nice bunt, but it's a swinging one, and over at first base, the play is not in time. Valera just beats it out. So a nice swinging bunt of sorts there by Valera, an infield single. So 3 straight singles to start off with 1 out here in the inning. Load the bases up for Jesus Poso. Of course it's Poso. Poso, king of the coming to the plate with the bases loaded. Batting .333 with the bases loaded. 6 at-bats. He has 5 runs batted in, so 2 for 6 with the bases loaded this season is Poso. I know he has grounded into a couple of double plays in that time frame as well. Pitch to Poso, swing and a foul tip off the glove of the catcher, 0-1. Poso on the year, though, overall at the plate, a .154 hitter. 7 runs batted in, no home runs. So it'd be a good time for Poso to maybe put his first home run on the board. I'll just take any kind of hit, though. Single, double, triple, whatever. 0-1 pitch, Poso, swing and a miss. Strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Now the count to Poso as Lindsey Coggle works ahead. Coggle overall in affiliated ball was 17-19 in 56 games, 44 starts with a 3.72 ERA. And Poso will swing a miss there at the plate for strike 3. 2 outs on the inning, bases loaded for the Lemurs. And the 9th batter in the lineup, Alvaro Rondon to the plate.
Number 3 shortstop.
Rondon playing shortstop today. Rondon, who's played second base whenever he has played this season for the Lemurs. Pulfer has been the starting shortstop all season, but today they flip-flopped. Just out in the field, not in the lineup. Pulfer still batting second. The pitch to Rondon, low for a ball, 1-0. Rondon playing short today and Pulfer at second, so we'll see how that works out. Already, Rondon has made 1 play. That short 1-0 pitch. Rondon swings, fouls it towards the Lemurs dugout along the first baseline. Count now 1-1. On the year, Rondon batting .222. 7 runs batted in, no home runs. And this season with the bases loaded, he is 0 for 3 with 3 runs driven in. Pitch inside. 2 balls and a strike. Lemurs have had these situations before, as they've hit a lot of singles this season. Not a ton of extra base hits. Just 4 triples, 28 doubles, 9 home runs on the year for the Lemurs. The pitch, swing and a foul away off the screen. Count now evened up 2-2. So you're looking at 41 extra base hits, including the home runs, out of their 169 hits. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, swing, and a line drive. Little blooper actually towards second. Hennigan will leap up and make the catch. That'll end the inning. Lemurs strand the bases loaded after getting 3 straight singles with 1 out. We go to the bottom of the second. Still a scoreless game between Lincoln and Laredo.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you. Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back at Whataburger.
First of all, you start with a large bun, 2 patties, shredded cheddar cheese,
The creamy sauce.
creamy steak sauce. My personal favorite part is the onions, the grilled onions and bacon.
Grilled perfection.
It's good stuff. Love it. You take a bite. It's hard to describe. It's hard to put into words. The Chop House Cheddar Burger.
Chop House Cheddar Burger. It's back.
I don't have anything else to compare it to. It's the best out there, I think. The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back.
Only at Whataburger and only for a limited time.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Lemurs spoil a chance at the plate. They had bases loaded with 1 out last inning, but don't put any runs up on the board. Instead, come away empty-handed. They got 3 hits that inning, all singles. As we're now in the bottom of the second, back to the mound for a second inning of work. Matt Sergey, of course, we expect him to go 7 innings. Or not 7 necessarily. We expect him to go 6 or 7, somewhere in that area at least. Definitely more than 2. Rene Leverett leads off the inning for the Lincoln Saltdogs. Rene Leverett, Mike Gilmartin, and Luis Allen lead off the inning for the Saltdogs against Sergey. Leverett, .329 hitter, 5 home runs, 19 RBIs, takes the first pitch on the outside corner, 0-1. Last night, Leverett scored twice. He reached on a walk and on an error when he ended up scoring those runs. He walked twice last night, ended up being 1 for 3 with a single, 2 runs batted in as well. So he's been a thorn in the Lemurs side here in this series. He swings and hits a high pop-up into shallow center. Martinez coming in, Pulfer going out, and Martinez making the catch in very shallow center field. Right there behind Pulfer. Out number 1. Bringing Mike Gilmartin to the plate. Gilmartin, who just came over in a trade with the St. Paul Saints. Starting today at shortstop. Played with Lincoln last year. with St. Paul's. The first pitch comes in a little bit outside for a ball, 1-0. Coach held on to it for an extra second. With the St. Paul Saints, Gil Martin had played 13 games, was hitting .326 with 3 home runs and 10 runs batted in. Gil Martin swings and hits one extremely high into shallow right center. There's 4 Lemurs, and Martinez will make the catch. You had Rondon, Pulfer, Martinez, and then a little bit further out was Phipps, the right fielder. All out there as that ball was hit sky high. Too high. He hit it too high. Martinez taking precedent as that ball was in the outfield, and he's coming in instead of one of the middle infielders coming out to try to make the catch. So 2 shallow pop flies into center field are the first 2 outs of the inning. And Luis Allen to the plate. It's a very uncharacteristic Matt Sergey start in that he only has 1 strikeout in the first 5 batters. There's a called strike 0-1 to Allen, who's hitting .279 with 9 runs batted in and 1 home run. 0-1. Allen tries to check a swing. He went around, said Brian Child, the home plate umpire. 0-2. Sergey racks up the strikeouts. As I look back, in the first inning of his Wichita start, he had 3 strikeouts in the first inning alone. Another pitch outside for a ball. And in the first inning, in his last start against Joplin, he had 2 strikeouts. He then struck out the side in the second, and then in the third had 2 more strikeouts. So 7 strikeouts through 3 innings at Sergey. 1 ball, 2 strikes to that last pitch missed away. Sergey with the wind and the 1-2. Again, outside just a tad, and it's now an even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So today, pitching a little more to contact. Well, I'll take that. Means it can go a little bit deeper in the ball game, hopefully. 2-2, the count. Here to Luis Allen, the catcher for the Saltdogs. A 2-2 pitch. Taken on the inside corner. He gets Allen looking. Strike 3. Allen backs away slowly. He didn't like the call, but that'll end the inning. Back-to-back 3 up, 3 down innings for Sergey. We go to the top of the third. Lemurs and Saltdogs still knotted up at 0.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reductions store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus, find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas. 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubba-da, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Uni-Trade.
Lemurs already back to the top of the order here in the third inning. Leading off the inning, Drew Martinez, followed by J.D. Pulfer and Ty Morrison. The top 3 hitters. Pitch on the outside corner, called a strike. It's a stark contrast to how Martinez started his first at bat of the ball game. He led off the game with 2 straight balls. 0-1 the count. Coggle firing low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Martinez 0 for 1. He flew out to right field his first time up in search of his first hit of the game. Martinez currently on a 3-game hit streak. As he awaits the 1-1 swing and a fly ball to left. Moving back a bit, now having to quickly move back is Smith, and he'll make the catch out number 1 here in the 3rd. It'll bring up J.D. Pulfer again. Game moving pretty quickly here with these two excellent starting pitchers on the mound. A little slower for the Saltdogs, still a scoreless game. Sergey's gone 3 up, 3 down in his first 2 innings of work. Lemurs went 3 up, 3 down in the first, but had 3 hits with 1 out, or 3 straight hits with 1 out in the second, loading the bases. But they couldn't get a run across. First pitch to J.D. Pulfer, well outside. 1 ball, no strikes. We've had 2 guys get picked up this week, or this past week. Travis Danker, Kyle Winkler. You have to wonder when/if is Matt Sergey's turn. There's a swing and a foul away right side. I feel like it has to be a matter of when and not a matter of if. Sergey, who's never played an affiliated ball. He was drafted out of high school in the 45th round, but he went to college instead, Campbell University in North Carolina. 1-1 pitch up high for a ball. 2 balls and a strike to Pulfer. The way Sergey's been pitching this season and at the end of last season with Laredo, especially when you combine the stuff that he throws, solid fastball, and a few good complementary pitches as well. 2-1 pitch, swing, and a hard hit ball through the middle. It's a single for J.D. Pulfer. Nice work on that 2-1 to go just to the right of the bag at second for his first hit of the ball game.
Now batting for the Lemurs, number 35, left fielder Ty Morrison.
Pulfer has now hit in back-to-back games. He did have a pretty significant streak at one point. He had gotten it up to 5 games, 4 or 5 games earlier, but then he went hitless in a couple straight games. Pitch outside to Ty Morrison, 1-0. Morrison had squared around but pulled back. Morrison is always a threat to try to bunt for a hit. Pulfer did. He had a 5-game hit streak going at one point a few games ago. And there's a line drive into center on a 1-0 pitch. And Lemurs have back-to-back hits again here with 1 out in the inning. They had 3 straight hits with 1 out in the second. And this plays right into the statistics. The Lemurs as a team, when they lead off an inning, are batting .219. But when runners are on base, they hit .254. So once you get a guy on base, they just can't hit when no one's on base and they're leading off an inning. Other than that, they're fine. Well, at least better. .254. If they're hitting .254 as a team, they'd be right in the middle of the pack in the league in batting average. Be somewhere around the 7th place out of 12 teams. League leader is St. Paul in batting average at .298. They're actually tied with Wichita. The Lemurs as a team batting .229 so far this season. Dennis Phipps at the plate, runners on first and second. Pulfer at second, Morrison at first. They both are running on the pitch. The throw down to third is in time to get Pulfer. So 2 outs on the inning. Morrison does move up to second, though. Phipps was taking that pitch as it was down and in, 1-0 the count. Lemurs have done double steal attempts this season, and they've worked for the most part. But not that time. Runner on second now, 2 outs. And Coggle on the hill, the pitch to Phipps, outside and in the dirt. 2-0. That would have been the pitch to go on. Pitch down and away in the dirt that Allen didn't even scoop up. It landed next to him. Of course, you can't know that as a base runner, what's going to happen on the pitch. If you did, everyone would steal at the exact right time. 2-0 delivery, called a strike on the off-speed stuff. 2-1. I did get some, well, confirmation of sorts as to the radar gun accuracy. The confirmation is we don't know the radar gun accuracy. It's a new radar gun. 2-1, swinging a pop-up behind home plate, a little bit off to the right side, but it's out of play. Count 2-2 now to Phipps. So yes, we don't know the radar gun accuracy because they just got a new one. But from what we know of these pitchers and know of how hard they typically throw, it might be about 2 miles an hour fast. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. 2-2 pitch to Phipps, a swing and a miss. As holding on to it's the catcher Allen. That'll end the inning. Lemurs get a pair of hits, but they don't score as they've threatened now in back-to-back innings. We go to the bottom of the third. Lemurs and Saltdogs tied at 0.
Continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back at Whataburger.
First of all, you start with a large bun, 2 patties, shredded cheddar cheese,
a creamy sauce,
creamy steak sauce. My personal favorite part is the onions, the grilled onions and bacon.
grilled perfection.
It's good stuff. Love it.
You take a bite. It's hard to describe. It's hard to put into words. The Chop House Cheddar Burger.
Chop House Cheddar Burger. It's back.
I don't have anything else to compare it to. It's the best out there, I think.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back.
Only at Whataburger and only for a limited time.
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma, pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres, pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo, carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs.
First up is Saltdogs, number 41, right fielder Austin Darby.
Austin Darby leads off the inning. Here for the Lincoln Saltdogs. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for Lincoln here in the third, bottom half of the inning. 5 hits in the ballgame for the Lemurs. Saltdogs still have yet to record one. The pitch to Darby up and in for a ball, 1-0. Darby, the right fielder for Lincoln. Season batting .250 in 4 games with 5 runs batted in. And a swing and a miss there. Count 1-1. Darby, so far it's a little too early to tell. 4 games with the team, batting just .250. So he's doing just fine at the moment. There's another swing and a miss, 1-2. 4 hits in 16 at-bats. Gonna wait to see if he goes on a slump or gets on a hot streak. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sergey working ahead here. Lefty batter, righty pitcher, and it's right on the outside corner, called strike 3. That's back-to-back strikeouts going back to last inning, both looking. So 3 strikeouts now in the day for Sergey through 2 1/3 innings. One strikeout in the first, one strikeout in the second. John Smith to the plate. Sergey, one thing he doesn't do, that's walk batters. You're not going to see him do that too many times. Here comes the first pitch to John Smith, taken on the inside corner, 0-1. He's all about getting that first pitch in there for a strike. In fact, Smith, now the 8th batter, only twice has Sergey not thrown a first pitch strike. 0-1. Down and away for a ball, 1-1. And the 2 times that he didn't, he followed it up with a strike. Well, Mike Gilmartin popped out in the shallow center, and Chase Harris, though, watched it go by. He ended up striking out swinging later on in the at-bat. 1-1 pitch on the inside corner, another called strike, 1-2. Sergey, in his last start, he had 10 strikeouts, 1 walk. Start before that, 9 strikeouts, 3 walks. Those 3 walks against Wichita, the most he walked in a ball game. That was in 6 innings. The pitch a little bit too far inside, 2-2. So he has combined on the season 7 walks in 4 starts. I see you working out there, Matt Sergey. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The break-even pitch, swing and a miss. So 3 straight strikeouts now for Sergey, going back to that last out of the second. And he's got 4. There you go. That's a more Matt Sergey-like start. 4 strikeouts in the first 3 innings. Those first 2 through 2 innings, that was starting to get worried up here. Might not get to his 8 or 9 strikeouts that he's averaging on the year per start. Pat Kelly to the plate. Just outside for a ball. So through the first 9 batters, 6 of them he has a first pitch strike to. 1-0 the count here to Kelly, the 3rd baseman for the Saltdogs. Saw Kelly playing second base the first 2 games of this series. A 1-0. A check swing. They will appeal and say he didn't go. So the count now 2 balls, no strikes. This is the first time Sergey has gone 2-0 to a batter. So Kelly being patient at the plate. On the year, batting 145. He has 3 runs batted in, 1 home run. He also has a triple on the year. Played in 22 games so far for the Saltdogs. They'll swing and miss at that pitch. 2-1. He has struck out 14 times, says Kelly, and has walked just 4 times. So him being patient at the plate is not, at least drawing walks, is not necessarily his forte. Now the 2-1 delivery from Sergey down and in. But Kelly ahead here, 3-1 against Sergey. Here with 2 outs, no one on, bottom of the 3rd. Lemurs and Saltdogs still scoreless. Lemurs in their black jerseys, gray pants. The 3-1 delivery, swing and a miss, strike 2. Count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Kelly. Saltdogs go in the same jersey combination they had yesterday, the red, white, and blue, or blue, white, and red. Blue jerseys, a little bit of red around the collar and on the shoulder, under the arms, as well as Saltdogs across the chest in red, and then white pants. 3-2 delivery to Kelly. Swing and a foul back to the screen, so we'll do it all over again. Here with no one on and 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd. So the Saltdogs going with the patriotic look again here today. Lemurs black jerseys, a little bit of white under the arms. Lemurs in gold across the chest. Gray pants, black hats with the double L and the gold brim. 3 balls, 2 strikes, payoff pitch on its way from Sergey. Swing and a pop-up foul right side and behind home plate. Still 3-2. So Kelly battling away. I said doesn't have many walks, but has a lot more strikeouts than walks this season. So battling away at the plate, not something he has done a ton of times this year. Or at least winning those battles, not something he's done a ton of times. Now another payoff pitch, and it's just a little bit high. Sergey with his first walk of the game, and the Lincoln Saltdogs have their first base runner of the game. So Sergey just misses going 3 up, 3 down here in the 3rd. Back to the top of the order, Chase Harris, who struck out his first time up. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Righty versus righty. Trying to get a chant of "Let's Go Salt Dogs" going. Throw over to first. Kelly back standing. We knew coming in this was going to be a pitcher's duel with two pitchers in the top 5 in the league in earned run average, as well as two pitchers in the top 5 in the league in strikeouts. They have not disappointed here in the first 3 innings. Pitched down and in for a ball, 1-0. First 3 innings for Lindsey Coggle, 4 strikeouts for him. He did give up 5 hits, but no runs and no walks. Working out of a couple of jams. Still haven't finished the third here for Matt Sergey, but he already has 4 strikeouts as well. 1-0 the count. Another throw to first, a little bit high to Poso, but he makes the catch. Diving back was Kelly. I like an old pitcher's duel. As I look out to the outfield, I see some birds in left field hanging around. They better watch themselves. There's a swing and a foul tip back into the glove of the catcher. Matt Coach, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lemurs are shifted. You have second baseman J.D. Pulford playing just a tad to the right of the bag at second. His heels right at the lip of the infield. Runner moving on the pitch. Swing, ground ball left side. Valera is going to charge it, field it on the second bounce, and throw hard to first for the out. 5-3. So a 2-out walk is all the Salt Dogs get here in the third. We move on to the fourth. Lemurs coming back up to the plate as they are still scoreless here in this scoreless ball game with the Lincoln Salt Dogs.
Are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you. For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo. Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care 1 athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que por fin compraste carro nuevo? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? ¿Que hoy empieza tu fin de semana? ¿O que hoy se acaba tu novela y mañana empieza otra? La respuesta es la misma, pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres, pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. El carnesazo de H-E-B es una pachanga de sabor. Solo tienes que invitar a los compadres, prender la parrillita, ponerle unas fajitas, costillitas, chuletitas, salchichitas y, ¿por qué no?, hasta un pollo.
Abel Nieves leading off the inning for the first, well, his first time today to lead off an inning. He's to the plate for the second time today. He's 1 for 1. First pitch over the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Nieves singled in the second. He ended up getting all the way around to third when the Lemurs loaded the bases, but he was stranded there that inning in the third. 0-1. Nieves taking inside just a bit on the off-speed pitch. On the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here in Lincoln, Nebraska, Haymarket Park, Lemurs taking on the Salt Dogs, game 3 of a 4-game series. Nieves swings and puts a drive into that ball to the warning track and left, but tracking it down is John Smith. Nieves has put a drive into a couple of balls this series. He hit one off the wall in right field. He just missed a home run last night. The wind was kind of blowing across the field left or right to left, so kind of knocked that ball down a little bit. I stand by my assertion that if the wind was not blowing last night, Nieves' ball last night gets out of the ballpark. Of course, wind was helping that ball if it was affecting it at all, it was helping. He just missed a home run by about 5 feet. 1 out, Matt Coach to the plate. Lemurs have gotten all of their hits with 1 out. Pitch down and away. By all I mean 5. 5 hits in the last 2 innings for the Lemurs. See what they do here with 1 out. Coach today, 1 for 1. He singled in the second. Was stranded at second base. The pitch down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. He was trying to bounce back from last night's 12-4 loss. And just a rough ball game all the way around. 2-0 pitch down and away. In fact, the hitting wasn't terrible in the ball game. Lemurs scored 4 runs. And the pitching wasn't bad either. It was the fielding, which has been excellent all year. The Lemurs dropped 4 percentage points overall in their fielding after last night's ball game. That 3-0 a get-me-over, 3 balls and a strike now, the count to Coach. And yesterday they were hitting fielding 980 as a team. Now they're at 976 as a team fielding. 3-1, Coach, a swing and a miss. 3-2, the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, no one on. Top of the 4th. Lemurs and Saltdogs both scoreless. In fact, while the Lemurs committed 4 errors last night, the Saltdogs made 3 of their own. 3-2 pitch, Coach with a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs in the inning, 5th strikeout of the ball game for Lindsey Coggle. And the Saltdogs saw their fielding percentage drop by 3 points. They were at 981 as a fielding percentage. They're now at 978.
Our KFC manager is sitting in section 103. If we get a strikeout, you'll receive a KFC Milk Cup coupon. That's area 103.
So Cesar Valera to the plate. Valera with his pant legs pulled up to his knees, showing off those black socks. Pitch outside, maybe a little bit high as well, 1-0. Valera singled his first time up in the second, but was stranded at first base. Coggle winds in the 1-0. Swinging a high fly ball hit into left center. About medium depth, moving to his right is Harris, the center fielder. He'll make the catch, and a 3-up, 3-down inning for Coggle, his second of the ball game. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Lemurs and Saltdogs both scoreless.
All right, fans, now it's time for the Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska Live Fearless Challenge. That's
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to
First up for the Saltdogs, number 5, second baseman, Dan Hennigan.
Dan Hennigan leading off the inning for the Lincoln Saltdogs. right-handed hitter in the 2 spot in the order for Lincoln. Matt Sergey winds and delivers. First pitch high. Hennigan flew out to left his first time up. As I mentioned, his first time up, he has been using that right side of the field, so the Lemurs don't shift as heavily with Hennigan as they do with the other right-handed hitters. 1-0. Taken for a strike, 1-1. Let's take a look around the American Association scoreboard here this inning. Matt Sergey on the hill for the Lemurs. Again, sharp to start off the ball game. Winds, 1-1 pitch. High, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. The count to Hennigan. Finals in 4 ball games today. Fargo Moorhead Redhawks losing at home 4-2 to the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Over in Kansas City, the T-Bones winners 5-3 over the Joplin Blasters. 2-1. Called a strike, inside corner, 2-2. The Texas Airhogs also winners in a battle of 2 South Division teams. The Airhogs playing at home in Amarillo, so their second home. They won 7-3 over the Wichita Wingnuts. And final in Gary, the Gary South Shore Railcats, 4, the Sioux City Explorers, 3. Sergey with the 2-2 pitch to Hennigan, swing and a foul away, right side up towards the Sweets. It'll hit off a seat and actually land back on the field. Count stays 2 balls and 2 strikes. The only other game in action, St. Paul Saints leading the Sioux Falls Canaries in Sioux Falls 4-0. Top of the 7th there, Saints at the plate. Of course, here we're top of the 4th. 2-2 count to Dan Hennigan, no one on, no one out. And the Lemurs and Saltdogs both scoreless. Sergey wants to go through the signs again. Look, he's good to go. Here comes another break-even pitch to Hennigan. On the outside corner, Hennigan gets caught looking. And there's strikeout number 5. Hennigan knew it. He just turned around and walked quickly back to the dugout.
Next up is the Saltdogs, number 10, first baseman, Kurt Smith.
Sergey continuing to rack up the strikeouts. Kurt Smith to the plate. Smith today 0 for 1 in the ball game. Grounded out to short the first time up. He swings at the first pitch and he'll miss. 0-1. Swung at the first pitch his last time up. Fouled it off. Ended up hitting that third pitch to shortstop. Sergey came at him with the off-speed stuff though here to start out the at-bat. And there's another off-speed pitch. The slurve. Swing and a miss again. 0-2. He throws a cutter, a 2-seam, a slurve, and of course a 4-seam fastball. 0-2 pitch, see what Sergey comes with. Another slurve outside, down and away. Not chasing though with Smith. Choice though with the 0-2, which you don't want to give him something in the zone. Make him try and chase it. Now the 1-2 pitch from Sergey, up and in. 2-2. Sometimes the radar gun out there and left works, and sometimes it doesn't. Works. By works, I mean it shows a reading. Now the break-even pitch from Sergey, down and away on the fastball. So the count runs full after getting ahead of Smith, 0-2. Smith swinging and missing the first 2 pitches. He works a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. They did it backwards, swing at the first 2 and then watch the next 3. Usually you take until you get the strike. Payoff pitch on the outside corner. Smith caught looking, back-to-back strikeouts looking. Out number 2. Fans below me don't like the call. And that is now 6 strikeouts on the afternoon for Matt Sergey. 4 of them are looking. Including each of these last 2. So 2 outs to the plate. Rene Leverett, 0 for 1, a fly out to shallow center. He only saw 2 pitches against Sergey his first time up. He'll take a fastball high there, 1-0. Again, no reading on the board out there in left center for the radar gun. But we'll make do. The pitch from Sergey right over the heart of the plate, a called strike. Maybe at the knees, 1-1. Wind barely blowing the flags out there in left field. And are at half staff. Swing and a miss, 1-2. But they are blowing them out to the left field corner like they have in the last 3 days, but last 2 days. Last 2 days, though, it's been a strong wind today. Barely a breeze. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count to Leverett. Sergey winds in the 1-2. Swing and a foul back to the screen. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lemurs are shifted on Leverett. On the shortstop side of second is the second baseman Pulfer. In the grass out there, the shallow outfield grass, also in the grass is Rondon, who's playing shortstop. Pitch high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count to the designated hitter for the Lincoln Saltdogs. Leverett in his second year in the American Association. Tried to call time, but he doesn't get it granted. He'll swing and foul a pitch off. Just because you call time doesn't mean you're going to get it. As Sergey was about to start his windup, or had started his windup. Maybe Brian Child didn't see it. But Leverett, a veteran hitter, he knew, well, I didn't get it called, so I'm going to have to get my hand back on the bat and get ready for this pitch. And he did. He fouled it away. Another 2-2 pitch. Slurve inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count, 2 outs, no one on. Lemurs and Saltdogs still knotted at 0. A pitcher's duel. Trying to adjust this camera here. I looked over. It was kind of tilted. And a 3-2 pitch down and away. Second walk of the ball game for Sergey. Both have come after striking out the first 2 batters of an inning. You can see the shadow. Here's it's 6:13 local time. Right there at home plate. Right where the catcher, Matt Coach, is squatting behind the dish. Mike Gilmartin digging in. Gilmartin flew out to center his first time up. And the pitch, Gilmartin a swing and a miss, 0-1. Flip back to that St. Paul Saints series. Gilmartin actually did not face Matt Sergey because Matt Sergey did not play or did not pitch against St. Paul. St. Paul just missed facing him. 0-1 pitch, Gilmartin, swing and a miss, strike 2. Gilmartin, left-handed hitter. He has a red-barreled bat and a brown handle. So 2 different colors, and actually in the middle between that, he has a little strip of white, right where the barrel and handle meet. Now the 0-2 pitch, a little bit high. 1-2. Leverett getting a lead over there at first. Better watch him. He has a tendency to steal. Leads the team with 4 stolen bags. However, that would not lead the Lemurs. In fact, it wouldn't really be close. Drew Martinez has 8 steals for Laredo, and a couple of players with 5. Throw over to first. Leverett back standing. He has 4 steals, has yet to get caught stealing. Their second place stolen bag holder. Well, that would be Chase Harris. He has 3 steals, but he's also been caught 3 times. And the 1-2 pitch, Gilmartin taking up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Leverett knows when to go. Should I stay or should I go? Well, he knows the answer. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Gilmartin, the shortstop for the Saltdogs. They, I'm sure, are glad to have Gilmartin back in the fold here, especially with the loss of Christian Ibarra. He'll swing a miss, strike 3. Striking out the side is Sergey, although he does walk a batter with 2 outs. Still scoreless here in Lincoln between the Saltdogs and the Lemurs. We go to the top of the 5th next.
Fans, at this time, we'd like to recognize active
Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reduction store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus, find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas, 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit Hot Dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito Hamburger and Cabrito Hot Dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Lemurs to the plate, top of the fifth. First pitch of the inning is swung on and hit high in the air and to left off the bat of Jesus Pozo down the line. Field making the catch right along the line in fair territory, about halfway down the line, and left field is John Smith, out number 1. Pozo attacking the first pitch he sees. He flies out. Alvaro Rondon to the plate. He is 0 for 1, lined out to the second baseman. His first time up. Pozo now 0 for 2 as well. Or 0 for 2. Rondon trying to avoid going 0 for 2. He squares around, doesn't put the bat out though. Pulls it back and gets a called strike, 0-1. Lindsey Coggle, Central Florida native. 0-1 pitch. Rondon swings and hits one hard into left center, but making the play is Darby. Fly out to left, or to right. I meant right center, not left center. Darby, the right fielder, makes the catch. Rondon pulling it out there. Drew Martinez to the plate. So 3 pitches and 2 outs here for the Lemurs in the 5th. As the starting pitchers today have not disappointed. Racking up strikeouts, getting through innings quickly, and keeping the batters at bay here in a scoreless game. The pitch to Martinez on the inside corner, a called strike, 0-1. Martinez 0 for 2 today. 2 flyouts, 1 to right and 1 to left. Coggle, who grew up in the Orlando area, went to college in DeLand, Florida. Another called strike on the curveball, 0-2. DeLand between Daytona and Orlando, if I'm remembering correctly. It's not far away, though. 0-2 the count to Martinez. And the pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's out there having a good outing. He already got hit in the leg. The incident today in Orlando has everyone across the nation with their thoughts there towards Central Florida. I'm from Orlando, so mine are especially as well. I'm sure Lindsey Coggles are, but he is locked in here today. 1-2 pitch to Martinez down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. "92 degrees here in Lincoln, Nebraska." It feels hotter than that. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3, the 2-2, and a 3-up, 3-down inning here in the 5th. For the Lemurs at the plate, that's back-to-back 3-up, 3-down innings for Coggle. And that strikeout, his 6th of the ball game. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Lemurs and Saltdogs still nothing on the board for either team.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que por fin compraste carro nuevo? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? ¿Que hoy empieza tu fin de semana? ¿O que hoy se acaba tu novela y mañana empieza otra? La respuesta es la misma, pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres, pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. El carnesazo de H-E-B es una pachanga de sabor. Solo tienes que invitar a los compadres, prender la parrillita, ponerle unas fajitas, costillitas, chuletitas, salchichitas y, ¿por qué no?, hasta un pollo mariposita. Y que no se te olvide la musiquita y hasta una buena bailadita para un gran carnesazo. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo, carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeye's new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th. Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination.
Leading off the inning, Luis Allen. The first pitch to Allen, just a bit outside. 1-0. Allen, the catcher today, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He struck out looking back in the 2nd inning. And the pitch, 1-0, fouled away up over the screen, and it'll land up in the suite section, just barely hitting the underside of the roof. By the suites, 1 ball, 1 strike. That's Sergey on the hill. He has 7 strikeouts for the first 4 innings. Start off a little slow, just 2 strikeouts through the first 2 innings. Allen will swing and poke one into shallow right, charging in and making the catch, and then falling over is Dennis Phipps as he was leaning forward to catch it, and then after catching it, made like a dive, but he didn't need to dive to catch it. He already had it. Fly out to right. Nice work there by Phipps getting to that ball. Austin Darby to the plate, 0 for 1. First pitch, a called strike, 0-1. So a pitcher's duel here today. It is a good one. There's a swing and a miss, 0-2. Lemurs and Saltdogs going at it. 0-2 pitch, hunting for another strikeout is Sergey, and it's fouled away. Left side out of play. Left-handed hitter, Austin Darby. He struck out looking back in the 3rd inning. That started off the inning. But Last inning, Sergey with 3 strikeouts in the 4th. He had 2 in the 3rd. 1 in each of the 1st and the 2nd. 0-2 delivery. Darby swings, grounds it right side. The shift helping, though, as making the play was Pulfer. He'll throw to first and retire Austin Darby 2 away. You know what the worst part of a pitcher's duel is? When they take the pitchers out. When they go to the bullpen. The Lemurs have a good bullpen, so it's not like it's a bad thing. But you just want to see that guy who's been pitching so well into the 7th or 8th innings. You want to see him pitch the whole game. They do get tired out there. Do have to come out at some point, usually. Sometimes they go all 9. First pitch to John Smith, fouled up and out over the screen. 0-1. But a good pitcher's duel is always fun. The wind and the 1-2. Or the 0-1. They still have, I'm looking at the wrong thing on the scoreboard there. Pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Smith, who struck out swinging his first time up. That was in the 3rd inning as well. He'll take high. 2 balls, 1 strike. We have one more ball game tomorrow. Tomorrow night, Troy Marks on the hill for the Lemurs. For some reason, I somehow flipped Sergey and Marks in the rotation. Pitch high, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to Smith. So Marks tomorrow against Shiren Martise. Marks 0-2 with an ERA of a 6.10, and Martise 3-2 with a 3.09. And there's ball 4, 3rd walk of the ball game by Matt Sergey. And actually, all 3 walks have been with 2 outs and no one on. Actually, each of the last 3 innings. So they haven't been harmful walks yet. And Pat Kelly, the 9th batter in the order, to the plate here in the 5th inning. Bottom of the 5th, runner on first, 2 outs. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Coach setting up outside, the pitch a little bit up and in. 1-0. Wind is picked up a little bit, blowing out to the left field corner. The flag's out in right. Look like at least one of them's blowing in from right. Throw over to first. Not in time as Kelly dives back into the bag. I saw coming across the wire that Mike Trout of the Angels got hit by a pitch on his hand. He has they say a thumb contusion, expected to play tomorrow. Runner moving on the pitch. It's a called strike. The throw down to second takes a hop. Pulfer unable to grab it. It'll tip off his glove and roll into shallow center. Rondon is over there, though, as Smith has himself a stolen bag. Trying to make a quick tag there was Pulfer. Even if he had caught it, I don't think he would have had the tag in time. So the count 1-1 here to Kelly with a runner on second. First time the Saltdogs have had a runner at second base today. The pitch, swing and a little flare to shallow right. That'll fall for a hit, being waved around home. The throw to the plate will go way high over Coach's head and hit off the screen. First hit of the ball game for the Saltdogs. It comes here in the 5th inning. An RBI single for Pat Kelly. He ends up at second base on the throw. John Smith scoring all the way from second on the little flare to shallow right. And frustrated after picking up that ball after it hit off the screen was Sergey. As he knew Kelly didn't hit it very well. He just poked it out there. And now coming out for a mound visit is Ben Moore, the pitching coach for the Lemurs. Presumably to settle his pitcher down. Sergey, I'm sure he saw the body language Sergey was putting off. And hey, man, you got 2 outs here. Just get the hitter. Let's get out of the inning. Let the offense do its job. The whole infield except for Pulfer is out there on the mound too, but Valera, the third baseman, standing a little bit off the mound, as is Poso, the first baseman. It's really just Sergey, Coach, and Moore out there having the conversation. They're ready to go, though. They head back to their positions. Ben Moore back to the dugout. So the scoreless ball game and the hitless ball game for Lincoln broken up here in the bottom of the fifth with 2 outs. And now that walk does come back to bite Sergey. They're going to put an error on the board for the Lemurs. It'll be a throwing error, an E9, to put Kelly at second. The swing ground ball right side, but Pulfer has it. He's going to throw to first in time, and that ends the inning as Chase Harris grounds out to end the fifth. But a run comes across. It's now 1-0. Salt Dogs lead the Lemurs.
At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubba-da, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends.
J.D. Pulfer will lead off the inning here for the Laredo Lemurs. Pulfer, Morrison, Phipps, the 2-3-4 hitters in the order. Lemurs gave up a run there we're in the top of the sixth right now. They're in the bottom of the fifth. Sergey walked a batter with 2 outs. That batter, John Smith, he then stole second and scored on the little bloop single by Pat Kelly. Pitch called a strike. 0-1, the count to J.D. Pulfer, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout today. So the Lemurs get to play catch-up, but they're only down by 1. Well, it's easier said than done against Lindsey Coggle. The pitch from Coggle down low for a ball, 1-0. For Sergey, he's certainly upset that he gave up the run as he lost the no-hitter and the shutout with 1 swing of the bat from the 9th batter in the order, Pat Kelly, who is coming into the ballgame with just a 145 batting average. And Pulfer strokes that ball on the left on a hop, cutting it off as Smith before it can get to the wall, and it'll keep Pulfer at a single. Had that ball gotten past Smith, it would have gone to the wall, and Pulfer would have easily had a double. But a leadoff single will take it. J.D. Pulfer heating up here as of late.
Now batting 35.
Certainly hitting a lot better than he was at the beginning of the season. And to the plate, Ty Morrison. In the last 10 games, Pulfer batting, and includes the time frame where he had a big hit streak going on, batting .270 over the last 10 games with 5 runs batted in and 5 runs scored. Pitched down and away for a ball to Morrison, 1-0. Although a little bit worse over the last 5, batting .176, but still he got hot and he's still hitting the ball, especially over those last 10 games, as is Drew Martinez, last 10 ball games batting .314. And a 1-0 to Ty Morrison, down and away, 2-0. you're wondering what Morrison's done in the last 10 ball games, well, he's batting .231. He was off to a hot start at the beginning of the year, but has cooled off a little bit here as of late. But he seems to always come up with a big hit when the Lemurs need it. There's a called strike, 2 balls and a strike now the count to Morrison. Hopefully he can get one here and either drive in Pulfer from first or at least push him around to third. 2 balls and a strike. We're in the top of the 6th. Lemurs trailing 1-0. Pitch swung on and hit in the air into left. Pretty deep. Back just short of the warning track. Making the catch is Smith. He kept running as that ball just kept carrying and carrying and carrying. Fly out to left for out number 1. Morrison's hit the ball deep a couple of times here this series. But he hasn't quite gotten it out. One out in the inning, Dennis Phipps to the plate. This would be an opportune time for Phipps to get a big hit for the Lemurs. He'll swing and hit one hard to left. That'll be a hit, and it will roll to the wall. Pulfer's rounding second, headed to third, where he will pull up. Phipps will cruise into second with a double. So Phipps comes through, a first pitch double with 1 out, and the Lemurs are in business. Runners on second and third here in the 6th inning as they try to answer the run that the Saltdogs scored in the 5th. To the plate, Abel Nieves. Nieves 1 for 2 in the ball game. All you need is a fly ball here, about medium depth. And Lemurs can tie it. And they're going to intentionally walk Nieves as the umpires are shifting. So that'll bring Matt Coach to the plate. They want no part of Nieves. They also want to get that force out. With first base open, they can turn a double play if Nieves is on first and the bases are loaded. I don't know how I feel about it. I know my associate Warren Shore brought it up a couple days ago about Major League Baseball considering doing away with intentional walks. And in that regards, by doing away with, I mean not having to actually throw the pitches. Because a wild intentional walk pitch always makes things interesting. But obviously you get the point of we just want to put the guy on first. And it would speed up the game. So you don't have to take the 30 seconds or so that it takes to actually walk the batter. Almost a minute. Probably. I should have timed it. Matt Coach to the plate. Bases loaded. 1 out. The pitch to Coach on the outside corner called a strike. Coach does have a hit today. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout. That walk, the first walk of the ball game by Lindsey Coggle, but it was an intentional one, so it doesn't really count. 0-1. Bases loaded. Nieves at first, Phipps at second, Pulfer at third. Coach swings and hits one the other way to right. That ball will be caught by a diving right fielder, Darby. Phipps will tag from second, go to third. Scoring is Pulfer. And boy, Coach robbed of a hit there as Darby, ranging towards the line, had to dive for it and make the catch, but it will be a sac fly, and the Lemurs have tied things up. They're on the RBI sac fly to right field off the bat of Matt Coach. So he does his job in driving the run in. And the Lemurs still have a man at third now with Phipps moving up from second. So runners in the corners. Cesar Valera 1 for 2 in the ball game at the plate. A hit here would score another run for the Lemurs. But there are 2 outs in the inning. Goggle from the stretch, fires away, swing ground ball hit to the third baseman, Kelly. He fields it though, bring it into his chest, throws to first in time. That'll end the inning. So the Lemurs tie things up. They get a couple of hits, and then a sac fly brings a run across. We're tied at 1 going to the bottom of the 6th here in Lincoln.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit Hot Dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Little organ music here at the ballpark. Haymarket Park in Lincoln, Nebraska. 15-time winner of the Field of the Year here in the American Association. Leading off the inning, Dan Hennigan, bottom of the sixth. Lemurs tied things up in the top of the sixth. They got a sac fly off the bat of Matt Coach with the bases loaded. First pitch to Hennigan, called a strike 0-1. Hennigan 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a flyout. Matt Sergey still on the hill. No activity in the Lemurs bullpen. Only 2 players that I can see out there. They're trying to hide out in the shade. Pitch swung on, foul back to the screen. Nothing into the count here to Hennigan. Well, last inning, I picked up, they have the windows here. They don't slide up and down. They actually fold out. And so to bring them back in and to help them push out a little bit, they have a pole here with a little hook on the end, swinging a foul back to the screen. So you have to hook it in this latch and pull it back in to close it. So I was broadcast with the windows open. But last inning, I started just holding the pole during the inning in one hand, almost as if it were a baseball bat. 0-2 pitch, swinging a fly ball to left. It'll get down for a hit and roll off the wall. Morrison's going to field it. Hennigan headed to second. He'll have a double to start off the inning. If you've ever watched the podcast / radio show that they have on ESPN with Jalen Rose, he likes to hold a baseball bat a lot of times. So I'm holding the pole like he holds the baseball bat. The pole with this little hook on it. It's pretty cool. The only ballpark in the league, at least that I've been to, that has this type of a window where they fold out instead of just sliding up. Kurt Smith to the plate, runner on second, no outs. Saltdogs starting again. That hit just their second of the ball game. Lemurs with 7 hits today, but just 1 run. Laredo also with an error. Sergey sets on the hill. Smith today 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. The first pitch will just miss low. 1-0. Yeah, I haven't seen a reading on the radar gun board out there in a couple of innings now. Apparently, I was told that doesn't always show a reading. 1-0, the count to Smith. Runner at second. That's Hennigan, the pitch high. 2 balls, no strikes. Lemurs and Saltdogs tied at 1. I mentioned the 7 hits for Laredo. They had a chance in the second inning with bases loaded, 1 out, but they couldn't get a run across. They again had runners on first and second. In the third with 1 out, didn't score either. 2-0 delivery. Smith taking a little bit low, maybe a hair inside, and the count now 3 balls, no strikes to Smith. Then after the third, they went 3 up, 3 down in the fourth and the fifth. Last inning, though, they got a leadoff single by Pulfer, followed by a one-out double by Phipps to put runners on second and third. They would intentionally walk Nieves, and then coach would hit the sac fly. The 3-0 up and in, ball 4. Maybe I should just hold on to this pole when we're at the plate. Put that down. So a 4-pitch walk to Smith. We'll bring up Rene Leverett to the plate, and Ben Moore going to make another mound visit. It's like someone is throwing in the Lemurs bullpen. I believe that's Harold Guerrero. Now the home plate umpire, Brian Child's going to make a trip out to the mound to try to break up this powwow on the mound. The whole infield out there talking to Moore. Well, more like Moore is talking to them. So we'll head back to the dugout on this sweltering day in Lincoln. One of the guys up here said, "Oh, we're having Texas-like weather." I've been to Lincoln twice now, and each time it's been really hot. I think it was even hotter the last time when I was here last year. We only come to Lincoln one time this year, though. We go to Joplin next, starting on Tuesday. 3 days in Joplin. We'll be there again at the end of the month. Sergey on the hill. Runners on first and second. Rene Leverett at the plate. And the first pitch, Leverett taking outside corner at the knees, 0-1. You have Gil Martin, a lefty, up next. So we'll see what Sergey does here in the sixth. Lemurs have a lefty throwing in the bullpen. Other lefties on the team, Austin Darby, John Smith. They are back-to-back after Luis Allen. Pitch inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. So we'll see. You got 2 lefties up back-to-back there, the 7-8 hitters. Right now you have the cleanup hitter, Rene Leverett, and the 5th batter in the order, Mike Gilmartin, is also a lefty. So 3 of the next 4 hitters are lefties at the plate. And the 1-1, swinging a fly ball, right side but out of play, foul. 1-2. I think a lot depends on the outcome of this at bat with Leverett. Get Leverett out, or especially get a double play ball here. Sergey will stay in the ball game and get to face Gil Martin. But if he fails to do so, well, that might be all he sees today. 1-2 the count. Sergey looks back at second, now fires away, down and away, ball 2. Over at second base, Dan Hennigan. At first base, Kurt Smith. Continuing to throw is Guerrero in the bullpen for the Lemurs. No activity in the Saltdogs pen. Bottom of the 6th of a tie game, 1-1. Sergey with the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to center, a little looper, it'll fall. Being waved around home is Hennigan. The throw from Martinez, a good one. It'll gun down Hennigan. He was maybe 3/4 of the way home when that ball was caught by Coach, the catcher. Well, we'll see what happens here. Leverett got a hit, but they got an out at the plate. When I saw Martinez gearing up to throw the ball plateward as Hennigan was rounding third, if the throw was anywhere close to the plate, Martinez would gun him down easily. And Martinez typically is pretty on target with his throws from center, so he was there as well. 1 out in the inning, runner still on first and second. Peter Cavilla staying in the dugout at the moment. Mike Gilmartin at the plate. Runner at second is Kurt Smith. Over at first, Rene Leverett. First pitch to Gilmartin, a called strike. So they could have left Gilmartin, or not Gilmartin, they could have left Hennigan at third. They would have had bases loaded and no outs. Instead, first and second with one away. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 0-2. Gil Martin struck out his last time up as well. Lemurs could use a big strikeout here or a double play ball even. Gil Martin flew out to center his first time up, 0 for 2 in the ball game. 0 for 2 in the game is Luis Allen, who is on deck as well. And the 0-2, Gil Martin swing and a high fly ball hitting to right center. Phipps is calling for it. Martinez is too. Martinez will stand there and let Phipps, who was vehemently calling for it. Usually center field has precedence. I think Phipps wanted it because he wanted to try to throw out a runner at second, Kurt Smith, who was tagging. Martinez just stood there, hands right at his side, and just let Phipps catch it about 2 feet in front of him.
Next up, the Saltdogs number 18 catcher, Luis Allen.
So Luis Allen to the plate. Sergey may have dodged a bullet there. Looks like Guerrero is, well, I thought he was going to go sit down. He's walking around now back towards the mound in the bullpen. But he's not throwing with any haste. He is still throwing, though, in the pen. 2 outs, runners on first and second for the Saltdogs. Boy, how big is that out now at the plate? Pitch high and away. Had they held Hennigan at third, that would have probably been a sacrifice fly. I mean, Phipps has a strong arm. There might have been a play at the plate, but it would have been a lot closer of a play than Hennigan getting gunned down by Martinez than what the play actually was. 1-0 missing high. Count now 2 balls, no strikes to Allen. So they took the risk. It did not pay off for the Saltdogs. Now you have 2 outs, 2 on. Allen at the plate 0 for 2, but he is ahead 2-0. Still obviously a chance to score for Lincoln. The 2-0 pitch just outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Sergey's faced, this is the 5th batter of the inning for him. There's a called strike, a get me over on a 3-0. He faced 5 batters last inning and 4 batters the inning before, as well as 4 batters in the third. He hasn't had a 3 up, 3 down since the second, when he went 3 up, 3 down in the first and second inning. In fact, went 2 up, 2 down in the third. So he retired the first 8 batters he faced. There's a high pop-up, shallow right center. Phipps is calling for it as Pulfer and Martinez also are there in the area. Phipps makes the catch, ending the inning. So the Lemurs warm up an arm in the bullpen, but they don't need him as Sergey works out of the jam, giving up 2 hits and a walk in the inning, a couple of flyouts and a throw it out at the plate. Keep the Saltdogs off the board. We go to the top of the 7th. Lemurs and Saltdogs tied at 1.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reductions store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus, find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas. 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919. For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn: Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo. Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Jesus Poso leads off the inning. Poso 0 for 2 today. We're in the top of the 7th. Jump around. At least that's what the song said. Poso tries to jump on the first pitch, but he just hits a sky-high fly ball to the left, and camping under it for a very long time is John Smith as he waits for it to come down. Poso 0 for 3, 2 flyouts to left and a strikeout today. Out number 1 here in the top of the 7th for the Lemurs. Lindsey Coggle still on the mound for the Lincoln Saltdogs here into the 7th inning. No one throwing for the Lemurs, so you got to think Sergey still going to go out there for his part of the 7th. First pitch, a called strike. The music was playing during the pitch. It was the organ music. And that drew a long stare from Brian Child, the home plate umpire, as a swing and a miss. 0-2. They don't like music playing during pitches. And Child looked like he was staring at me. I don't play the organ. I'm broadcasting the game. 0-2. Rondon taking down and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rondon today 0 for 2. Lemurs tied with the Saltdogs 1 run apiece. Saltdogs took a lead 1-0 in the 5th. Lemurs tied it up in the top of the 6th. 1-2 delivery to Rondon. Swinging a liner back up the middle. Coggle ducking, put the glove up, but he did not manage to catch it. Rondon with a single. The Lemurs keep this run of getting hits with 1 out in the inning alive. Although they did lead off an inning with a single in the 6th. That was J.D. Pulfrey ended up scoring. But the other times they've gotten hits, that's all been with 1 out. J.D. Pulfrey, no, not J.D. Pulfrey, Drew Martinez to the plate. J.D. Pulfrey on deck. Martinez today 0 for 3. Just means he's due, right? Third baseman playing on the lip of the grass. Martinez swings, hits one left side, but out of play. 0-1. Runner on first base for the Lemurs, it's Rondon. Rondon, a threat to steal. He has 5 stolen bags this season. Has yet to get caught stealing. Throw to first. Rondon diving back. So Coggles read the scouting report there on Rondon. Or at least knows that Rondon has a tendency to steal a bag. He gets his lead. The shadow creeping up towards the pitcher's mound. There's a swing and a miss. 0-2. The shadow now at the base of the mound, almost to the dirt, right at the very edge where the mound, where the front of the mound meets the grass. You can see it there on the video. First base line is in a shadow. Extending into right field. 0-2 pitch to Martinez outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lemurs play tomorrow here in Lincoln. Final game of the series, a 4-game series. One-two delivery. Swinging a line drive to right. It'll fall for a hit. Taking it on a hop is Darby. Back-to-back singles with 1 out. In fact, both of them with a 1-2 count. Nice 2-strike hitting by the Lemurs. And they have runners on first and second. Martinez at first. Over at second is Rondon and J.D. Pulfrey, who has 2 hits already in the game against Coggle, to the plate. Boy, if you're Coggle, this is not who you want to face with men aboard. Someone is up and throwing in the bullpen for the Saltdogs. Looks like a right-hander. There was a mound visit, but no member of the coaching staff came out. It was Rene Leverett, the first baseman, and the catcher, Luis Allen. And now there will be a visit by the pitching coach. Pitching coach Dan Reichert. In his third year with the Saltdogs. A lot of members of this Saltdogs staff in their first season. Of course, Bobby Brown, the manager, in his first year with Lincoln. So he brought in a new hitting coach, Tom Carcione, as well as a new clubhouse manager, or the clubby. Dylan Vergith. But everyone else still relatively new. The training staff, we have 2 trainers, both in their second year. And then Reichert, I guess the senior member of this staff, in his third season. Of course, Bobby Brown's been in the league a while. He was with the Amarillo Thunderheads, previously the Amarillo Sox. Pitch to Pulfer to the mound visit, called a strike, 0-1. Pulfer has singled in his last 2 at-bats, 2 for 3 on the day. He's also struck out today. Coggle on the hill, throwing from the stretch here. He's got a 3/4 length sleeve underneath his jersey. It's red. Swinging a foul ball off to the right side and out of play. Right, barely making it onto the berm. Count now 0-2, but if it's been any indication this inning, the Lemurs want an 0-2 count at the plate. They've gotten 2 hits with a 1-2 count after going 0-2 to start the at-bat by Rondon and Martinez. Pulfer, for his part, singled on a 2-1 pitch earlier, as well as a 1-2 pitch, or a 1-1 pitch. Now the 0-2 to Pulfer, taking low for a ball. So a ball on 2 strikes. So the last 2 times this inning, there's been a 1-2 pitch. There's been singles. See what Pulfer does here with the count 1-2. He digs in, taps the outside corner of the plate, and gets ready. Righty versus righty. And the 1-2 delivery. Pulfer swings, and he hits one to left. That ball will be caught, though, by the left fielder, John Smith. He had to come in a bit. Pulfer just got a little too much under it and hung up there, and Smith was really playing him well positionally, giving him the line, playing a little closer to left center. Pulfer just couldn't quite get it down, and Ty Morrison to the plate. Morrison today 1 for 3 in the ball game, singled in the third. Lemurs could use a single here. You've got speed on the base paths with Martinez at first and Rondon at second. Grouping in behind Rondon is Gil Martin, the shortstop. Gil Martin moving towards the bag, but the pitch is plateward. Low for ball 1 to Morrison. 2 outs in the inning, as Matt Sergey avoided getting pulled in the 6th, as there was activity in the bullpen for the Lemurs last inning. There's activity in the bullpen for the Saltdogs, and here in the 7th, Coggle trying to avoid getting the hook as well. Pitch in the dirt, 2 balls, no strikes. Although there is more activity in the Lemurs pen as Harold Guerrero is throwing again. So we could still see Guerrero here in the ball game, as the Saltdogs will be led off in the bottom of the 7th by a pair of lefties with Darby and Smith. 2-0 the count to Morrison. The delivery over the plate at the knees, a called strike. 2-1. They're shifting Morrison to pull, although not too heavily. Smith at first base playing the line. 2-1 on the outside corner. Another called strike. Count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Coggle 1 strike away from getting out of the inning here with a pair of runners left on base for the Lemurs. Morrison, for his part, hoping to drive a run in and give the Lemurs a lead. It's tied right now, 1-1. in the top of the 7th with 2 outs. Break-even pitch. Morrison swings, grounds it right side, but it's to the second baseman, Hennigan. He'll throw over to first, and there's the 3rd out of the inning. So the Lemurs get 2 one-out singles, but they strand both runners. And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch here at Haymarket Park. Lemurs and Saltdogs tied at 1.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back at Whataburger.
First of all, you start with a large bun, 2 patties,
Shredded cheddar cheese.
The creamy sauce.
Creamy steak sauce.
my personal favorite part is the onions, the grilled onions and bacon.
Grilled perfection.
It's good stuff. Love it.
You take a bite. It's hard to describe. It's hard to put into words.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger.
Chop House Cheddar Burger. It's back.
I don't have anything else to compare it to. It's the best out there, I think.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back.
Only at Whataburger and only for a limited time. The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back at Whataburger.
First of all, you start with a large bun, 2 patties,
Shredded cheddar cheese.
The creamy sauce.
Creamy steak sauce.
my personal favorite part is the onions, the grilled onions and bacon.
Grilled perfection.
It's good stuff. Love it.
You take a bite. It's hard to describe. It's hard to put into words.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger.
Chop House Cheddar Burger. It's back.
I don't have anything else to compare it to. It's the best out there, I think.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back.
Only at Whataburger and only for a limited time.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care 1 athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Right
now, Harold Guerrero is in the ballgame for the Lemurs on the mound. Guerrero, the left-handed reliever, will relieve Matt Sergey. So Sergey's day is done. 6 innings, just 3 hits allowed. He did walk 4 today, season high. And, well, he didn't increase his strikeout total from the last game for the first time this season. He actually tied his season low with just 7 strikeouts in 6 innings. Darby at the plate, pitch from Guerrero. Catches the outside corner at the knees. 0-1. Guerrero, the lefty, just 1 run allowed for Sergey today. It was earned. Guerrero, the lefty, 0-0, the 5.84 earned run average, 11 appearances. This is number 12. He'll find the plate with that as well. 0-2 now the count. Outer half. 12 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 8 runs all earned on 13 hits, 7 walks, and 21 strikeouts in 12 1/3 innings. 0-2 the count. The pitch from Guerrero. Swing and a miss. Chasing was Darby. He goes down, out number 1. Another arm is up in the bullpen. Well, they were standing up over in the general area of the mound. They're not throwing, though. So I won't tell you who it is. To the plate, John Smith, another lefty. So Guerrero, left-hander, coming in facing the 2 lefties here. Soon they'll let him face the righty and Pat Kelly at the bottom of the order. That pitch missed a little low, 1-0. Especially if he retires Smith here. Yes. Kamakani Usui is throwing out in the bullpen as I now see him actually throw a pitch. Pitch inside, nearly hitting Smith, 2-0. After striking out Darby on 3 pitches, Guerrero now behind 2-0 to Smith. Guerrero throwing from the stretch. Shift is on. There's a pitch on the outside corner again at the knees. Fans don't like the call. They display their displeasure. Two balls and one strike. Guerrero firing away on the inside corner. Another called strike, 2-2. Let's take a look at the scoreboard around the American Association one more time before the post-game show. This will be the last time we look at it. All finals except for this one. Sioux Falls and St. Paul finally finished that pitch low. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count, 1 out, no one on. Bottom of the 7th, 1-1 the score here in Laredo, or not in Laredo, in Lincoln, between Laredo and the Lincoln Saltdogs. Laredo Lemurs. Guerrero sets, and the payoff pitch to Smith. Right over the heart of the plate, curveball. Got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts of the left-handed hitters for Guerrero here as he comes in the ball game.
Next up for the Saltdogs, number 9, third baseman, Pat Kelly.
Pat Kelly to the plate. St. Paul took down Sioux Falls today, 4-0 in Sioux Falls. Over in Amarillo, the Air Hogs won by a score of 7-3. Big game for the Air Hogs. They ended their 4-game losing streak, and they snapped Wichita's 6-game winning streak. Gary South Shore Railcats won 4-3 at home today in 11 innings against the Sioux City Explorers. Pat Kelly will swing at the first pitch from Guerrero, hit it in the air into right center. Chasing after it is Martinez and Phipps. And this time Phipps lets Martinez actually catch one. And that's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Guerrero. Winnipeg took down Fargo Moorhead today 4-2 in Fargo, and in Kansas City T-Bones won 5-3 over the Joplin Blasters. 3-up, 3-down inning for Guerrero here in the 7th. We go on to the 8th. Lemurs and Saltdogs tied at 1.
When you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
There's a reason why.
New pitcher in the ball game for the Lincoln Saltdogs. We've seen him before. Steven Shackelford in the pitch. Shackelford making another appearance here for Lincoln in the series. Oh, have to face off against Dennis Phipps. Shackelford, 6'2", 205. Last pitched with the Reading Fightin' Phils. First pitch, a wave and a miss by Phipps, 0-1. Ahead of that curveball. Shackelford, who attended Savannah College of Art and Design. 0-1 delivery, Phipps taking outside. So it'll be Phipps, Nieves, and Coach this inning in the 8th. Lemurs and Saltdogs tied at 1. Shackelford 0-0 in 2 appearances. Has not allowed a run yet. 2 innings pitched. The 1-1 missing down and away. He has 2 strikeouts this season, no walks and no hits. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to Phipps. I believe he's looking to drive something, and he hits one hard, high in the air to deep left. Giving up on it is Smith. That ball's out of here, and the Lemurs take a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 8th with a leadoff solo home run by Dennis Phipps, his 2nd home run of the year. Fans in disbelief right now as the Lemurs have gotten their first lead of the game. Previously, the only lead was the Saltdogs. They held it for a very short time. They took a lead in the bottom of the 5th, but Laredo tied it up in the top of the 6th. Nice work there by Phipps. He's just missed a couple of pitches earlier in the series on a few balls that one he broke his bat, still hit it about 5 feet short of the warning track and left on a broken bat. So he just missed on that pitch. There's a couple others that he got a little too much under, but he got all of that ball, hitting it out to left center past the 356 sign. Pitch high after the first pitch is fouled off by Nieves. Count 1-1. The Lemurs up 2-1 now. Nieves has just missed a couple as well. There's a called strike, 1-2. He hit one off the wall in right field last night, and he hit one to the warning track and left in today's ball game. Shackelford going to tie his shoes. So that hit by Shackelford, or that hit by home run by Nieves, the first hit Shackelford has allowed, as well as the first run Shackelford has allowed of the season. It's just his 3rd outing, though, for the Saltdogs. The pitch to Nieves, a called strike on the slider. Nieves goes down looking, 1 away. Next up, Matt Coach.
Now batting number 14, catcher Matt Coach.
Coach today, he is 1 for 2 with a single, a strikeout, and a sac fly. A sac fly drove in the only other run of the ball game for the Lemurs in this pitcher's duel. A pitch to Coach outside for a ball, 1-0. So Matt Sergey, although he pitched great today, will not get a decision. Regardless of what happens, he won't get a win, he won't get a loss. He wasn't in line for one when he exited the ball game anyways. 1-0 pitch as he left with the game tied. Pitch in the dirt, 2 balls, no strikes. The count here to Coach. Coach in search of his 2nd hit of the ball game. Certainly the game not over. We're only in the top of the 8th. Still have a couple innings left to go for the Saltdogs. The Lemurs bullpen has been pretty solid this season. Pitch inside. 3 balls, no strikes now to the Lemurs catcher. Of course, without Kyle Winkler, who's been kind of a win shark this season. 3 wins on the year, which lead the team. One of the top in the league, in fact, in wins. Actually, 4 wins on the year for Winkler. There's ball 4 up and in. Coach walks on 4 pitches. No Winkler to throw out there in the 8th inning. Cesar Valera to the plate. Sometimes the PA guys, I tell them how to pronounce a name and they still don't get it. They mark it down and they still get it wrong. The pitch to Valera is up and in. He was squaring around a bunt. That came right at his face and he ducked out of the way. Duck is a under-exaggerated word to use there. He just dropped to the ground. Spun around and dropped. Kind of like what they teach you when you're a kid. If you were to catch on fire, you stop, drop, and roll. He did a little spin and a drop. Not really a roll. The pitch down and away into the dirt, blocked by the catcher, Luis Allen. And now Allen's going to go have a chat with Shackelford. Backing out of the box before that pitch was even thrown, or right as it was being released, was Valera. He wanted no part of whatever Shackelford was delivering plateward after almost getting hit in the face with the previous pitch. Waiting on deck, Jesus Pozo for the Lemurs. Lemurs trying to tack on a couple more runs here this inning. Would be nice as they try to get a series split here with the Lincoln Saltdogs. In order to do so, they got to win today. They got to win tomorrow. After losing the first 2 ball games of the series. The 2-0 finds the lower portion of the zone on the outer half of the plate, and it's a called strike. Runner at first, 1 out in the inning. Final numbers for Lindsey Coggle. Give you those here after this 2-1 delivery to Valera, down and away. Moved the bat a bit. Didn't go through the zone, though. 3-1 now the count. 7 innings pitched for Coggle. He went 1 more than Sergey did, but he allowed 9 hits. Managed to keep the Lemurs off the board, though. Well, not completely. He gave up 1 run. It was earned on 1 walk, and with 1 walk and 6 strikeouts. 3-1 delivery, down and away, ball 4. Back-to-back walks of Coach and Valera after striking out Nieves have runners on first and second for the Lemurs. And Jesus Poso to the plate. There is an arm up and throwing in the pen for the Saltdogs. No one throwing in the Lemurs bullpen. They did already previously have someone throwing. That was Kamakani Usui. But I don't know if he is fine and he's ready to go in next inning, or if they'll bring Guerrero out, or if they're just waiting to get someone else warm. It's very hot out there, so maybe they're not wanting to expend too much energy before they go out to pitch. Jeff Inman, you would think, would throw the 9th if this game stays close. Jesus Poso at the plate, first pitch taken low for a ball. 1-0. You're a fan in the crowd yelling something about throwing strikes. 1 ball, no strikes here at the count to Poso. As in the last 10 pitches, only 1 strike delivered. Now, still only 1 strike in the last 11 pitches. And that pitch down and away by Shackelford. Shackelford already gave up a solo home run this inning to Dennis Phipps. Score is 2-1 right now. Lemurs leading the Saltdogs. Shackelford from the stretch, kicks, fires inside, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes, the count to Poso. So after a 4-pitch walk to Coach, a 5-pitch walk to Valera, here 3-0, the count to Poso. I believe he's taking all the way. He might be taking even if he gets a strike. There is a get-me-over for a strike. So after 1 strike in the last, 13 pitches, 12 pitches. No, 13, I can count. He throws a strike, the 3-1, down and away, ball 4. 3 straight walks, bases are now loaded. And the Lemurs are doing Lemur things. Drawing walks to load the bases. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change, as they have done this multiple times this season. We'll go take a break. We'll be back with the new pitcher here in a few moments. Lemurs up 2-1 over the Saltdogs, with the bases loaded and 1 out in the top of the 8th.
Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reduction store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas. 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place.
Tanner Keast in the pitch. Keast spelled K-I-E-S-T. Keast just acquired today. He is making his debut in a Saltdogs uniform. Right-handed pitcher, first batter he'll have to face off against is Alvaro Rondon. Base is loaded, 1 out. Rondon puts down a nice drag bunt down the first baseline. A run will score. Rondon put out at first. But he gets himself an RBI. Keast looked plateward to think about getting Coach, but Coach was too far along down the line, and Keast decided to go with the easy out at first. So the Lemurs now up by a score of 3-1.
Back to the top of the order for the Lemurs.
They have a run on the board right now. I don't know why. They have an extra on the board for the Lemurs. They have 3 runs on the board this inning. It's not 4-1, it's 3-1. If they want to give us a 4th run, I'll take it. But runners on second and third, Drew Martinez, top of the order at the plate. There you go, they fixed it. 3-1 the score. Nice work there by Rondon. Beautiful bunt. The pitch from Keast called a strike, 0-1. And really, that's, you take a risk if you have them swinging, you can ground into a double play. Put the bunt down, especially if you bunt it well enough like that down the line, that runner from third is going to score. It's kind of a sack bunt there. You give up the out, but he'll take it pitch high for a ball. And Rondon, he's not really a guy who's going to hit you fly balls. He's kind of a line drive, almost a slap hitter. He'll take it the other way a lot, little bloopers into the outfield, or he'll put it on the ground on the infield, or lay down bunts. But fly balls, not really his thing, especially deep ones for a sac fly, and Coach not really the fastest of runners at third, so he'd have to hit it pretty well into the outfield. 1-1 pitch to Martinez, and that'll actually tip off the glove as it goes way up and away. Tip off the glove of Allen and go behind him, but holding firm at third is Cesar Valera. So Valera's at third, Poso is at first base right now. As Keast is in the ball game. Keast, who spent the last couple years in the Phillies organization. A bunch of Phillies guys in this ball game, really on both sides. Lemurs have a couple of former Phillies players themselves. But Keast, originally drafted by the Dodgers, 27th round of 2013 from Riverside Community College in Riverside, California. Decided to not sign, was drafted the following year. 2014 in the 28th round, so a round later, out of Chaffee College in Rancho Cucamonga, California. Pitch will miss for a ball. Now 3 balls and a strike, the count to Martinez. Runners on second and third for the Lemurs, 2 outs on the inning. So a couple of different colleges attended by Keast. He did sign with the Phillies, pitched in the Gulf Coast League in 2014 and in 2015. As a 3-1 pitch is fouled off, I think it might have caught a piece of the leg of Martinez, but it goes back behind home plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. Lemurs up 3-1 over the Lincoln Saltdogs, top of the 8th, 2 away. Runners on second and third for Laredo. Keast pitched in a total of 21 games over those 2 seasons in the Gulf Coast League. Started the year with Sussex County in the Can-Am League. Pitched in 3 games there. 0-0 with a 7.50 earned run average in the Can-Am League. 3-2 pitch to Martinez. Swings and lines one into the left center. The ball is falling, and it will drop in as diving was Harris. He couldn't come up with it. Martinez has himself a double. Poso scores from second as Valera scoring easily from first. The Lemurs have blown this game open here in the 8th inning. They now lead 5-1 over the Saltdogs. Nice work by Martinez with the 2-run RBI double to right center. Boy, I thought Harris was going to get to that ball, but he just couldn't quite make it there as he laid out for it. That coach was robbed by Darby in right field earlier in the ball game in a very similar situation with men aboard. He did get the sac fly out of it, though. But with 2 outs here, no chance for a sac fly. They needed the ball to get down. Pulfer at the plate, runner on second. Lemurs up 5-1. 4 runs here in the 8th inning. Pitch on the outer half, called a strike, 0-1. Laredo trying to tack on a couple more here, or at least one more with the runner over there at second base. Keast from the stretch. Over at second base is Martinez, 0-1. Pulfer taking at the knees, 0-2. Pulfer today, 2 for 4 in the ball game with a run scored. Scored the first run of the game for the Lemurs in the 6th. 1 run in the 6th for Laredo. 4 runs here in the 8th so far. Lemurs still at the plate. 0-2 delivery. And a called strike 3. Before the call was even made, Pulfer was headed back to the dugout as that curveball was at the bottom of the strike zone. And that'll end the inning. Lemurs strand a runner at second, but they score 4 runs. Started off with a solo home run by Dennis Phipps, followed by 3 walks and a double. Driving in a pair as well. Lemurs go to the bottom of the 5th, leading 5-1 over the Lincoln Saltdogs.
Layson over on the first base side, Addison over on third. They're both going to
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que por fin compraste carro nuevo? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? ¿Que hoy empieza tu fin de semana? ¿O que hoy se acaba tu novela y mañana empieza otra? La respuesta es la misma, pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres, pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. El carnesazo de H-E-B es una pachanga de sabor. Solo tienes que invitar a los compadres, prender la parrillita, ponerle unas fajitas, costillitas, chuletitas, salchichas.
Kamakani Usui fires away. First pitch outside for ball 1. The batter at the plate, top of the order, Chase Harris. So Usui in to pitch the bottom of the 8th for the Lemurs. The right-hander delivers the 1-0. Harris swings, pops one up on the infield, right side. Pulfer trying to track it on that right side of the infield, and he will make the catch. Right there about halfway between first and second base. Out number 1. Usui in the ball game. He has the second best ERA on the team. The best one out of the bullpen. Just barely ahead of Jeff Inman. Usui, 0-1 with a 1.74 ERA, 10 appearances, 10 and a third innings pitched. He's given up 3 runs, only 2 earned on 5 hits and 3 walks. He also has 12 strikeouts. Get used to hearing those high strikeout totals for Lemurs relievers, at least compared to their innings pitched. Dan Hennigan to the plate. The pitch from Usui, a called strike, 0-1. Usui, the right-hander, 6 foot, 195 pounds. Facing off against the 5'7", Dan Hennigan. Usui with the 0-1 pitch, a swing and a foul back to the screen, 0-2. Goes by the nickname of Coconut. And the other day I was reading, after our last home game and that last homestand, I was reading the article in the Laredo Morning Times about the game, and they had a quote from Pete Convelia in there. 0-2 pitch. A check swing, but it's grounded into fair territory down the first baseline. Usui will field it, throw to first for the out, 1-3. And they quoted Pete, and Pete called him Coconut. So that's what the article said. It said Coconut. Made me chuckle. And I told him that later. I said, man, no one's going to know who I am. They're just going to know Coconut. They're not going to know who Coconut is. So, yes, Coconut is Kamakani Usui. 2 outs, Kurt Smith at the plate. He takes a big swing, and just as big of a miss, 0-1. Smith today 0 for 2. He has walked once, was stranded at second base back in the 6th inning. He also has struck out 1 time today. Usui from the stretch delivers the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball hitting to shallow right center. Pulfer's out there. He'll make the catch in front of a charging Dennis Phipps. Phipps is everywhere out there in right center today. But Pulfer's the one with the catch, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Usui. Here in the 8th, we go to the 9th. Lemurs to the plate. As they try to tack on a few more runs, they lead 5-1 over the Lincoln Saltdogs.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back at Whataburger.
First of all, you start with a large bun, 2 patties,
Shredded cheddar cheese,
The creamy sauce.
creamy steak sauce.
My personal favorite part is the onions, the grilled onions and bacon.
Grilled perfection.
It's good stuff. Love it.
You take a bite. It's hard to describe. It's hard to put into words.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger.
Chop House Cheddar Burger. It's back.
I don't have anything else to compare it to. It's the best out there, I think.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back.
Only at Whataburger and only for a limited time.
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma, pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres, pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo, carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
Right now, when
Lemurs at the plate here in the top of the ninth. And they hold a 5-1 lead after scoring 4 runs in the 8th inning. Ty Morrison, the only Lemur who did not come to the plate, will lead off the inning here in the 9th. First pitch missing inside, 1-0 the count. New pitcher in the ballgame for Lincoln. It is Nigel Newtbar. He'll find the zone on that 1-0 and count now 1-1. We've also seen Newtbar pitch this series. Through in game 1. Newtbar from the stretch. And the 1-1 pitch. Swing, hard ground ball through the hole on the right side. It'll be a single for Morrison. His second hit of the ball game. He'll be 2 for 5 today. Newtbar this season, 1-0 with a 2.46 earned run average. 3 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 1 run. It was earned on 3 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Dennis Phipps now up. He has a home run and a double today, 2 for 4. His home run put the Lemurs in the lead in the 8th inning. He led off the 8th with a home run out to left field. Newtbar from the stretch, runner on first base is Morrison. The pitch, swing and a miss. Phipps looked like he wanted to put that one out there in left center. But it went right into the glove of Allen, 0-1. Lemurs tomorrow will be throwing Troy Marks out on the mound as he faces off against Shiren Martis. 0-1 pitch, swing, ground ball left side right to the third baseman, but he'll bobble it. That's Kelly. He'll have to go to first with it. It'll be a close play, but Phipps is retired. Kelly wanted to turn a double play, but he was unable to do so because he bobbled it, kind of hit off his glove, rolled a little bit to his right. He was still able to get Phipps out on the 5-3 putout. 1 away, runner on second for the Lemurs. Abel Nieves to the plate. Nieves today 1 for 3 with a single. He was also intentionally walked at one point today. That was back in the 6th inning in which the Lemurs scored a run. First pitch to Nieves, missing for a ball, 1-0. So Newtbar replacing Tanner Keast. Keast would give up a hit, strike out a batter. He'd face 3. 2/3 of an inning pitched for Keast today, shutout baseball. Can't say the same for Stephen Shackelford. Shackelford, a third of an inning, gave up 1 hit, walked 3 straight batters. That 1 hit was the solo home run. He then struck out a batter, but gave up 4 runs. 2 of them scoring on the double that Keast gave up, but it still goes against Shackelford. Swing, ground ball, right side, down the line. It's foul. Coaching first base at the moment, Ryan Beckman. And he got very animated, was pointing fair. And now he's, I guess, trying to explain why he thought it was fair. Or I don't know who he's really talking to, but maybe the dugout. But it was foul. Just barely foul. 2 balls and a strike. The count here to Nieves. The pitch, low, ball 3. So Shackelford, a rough outing for him today. Those 4 runs, the difference in the ball game. Each starter excellent today out there on the mound, both getting quality starts. The 3-1 pitch, low, ball 4. So he'll draw a walk. He being Abel Nieves. It'll be the first one who's actually drawn. I mean, he was intentionally walked. This time he had to actually work the at-bat to draw it. Matt Coach to the plate. Coach has walked today. In fact, he walked in his last at-bat and scored a run. He also has a sac fly today. So he drove in the first run of the game, scored the 3rd run for the Lemurs. He also has a single, 1 for 2 in the ball game. Coach having a fine day at the plate for the Lemurs. The pitch on the outside corner called a strike, 0-1. Runner at first and second for Laredo. Nieves at first. He's having a conversation there with Kurt Smith. Actually had his back to home plate for a minute there. As he and Smith were talking to each other. Morrison at second gets his lead, 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Lemurs with 12 hits in the ballgame today. Just 3 hits for the Saltdogs, as they didn't get their first hit until the 5th inning with 2 outs, which drove in their lone run of the game. Newtbar from the stretch, towing the first base side of the rubber, delivers the 0-2. Coach swings, grounds it on a 1 hop through the infield. Being stopped at third is Ty Morrison. Bases now loaded for the Lemurs. Coach gets his second single of the day, now 2 for 3. Well, the Lemurs bats really coming alive here this afternoon. Still calling it the afternoon. It's 7:46. But the sun is still shining. And the lights, I think they're starting to turn on, or maybe it's just a glare. Looks like a couple of lights in each of the fixtures are on, but I think that might just be the sun shining off of the metal housing unit and off of the light bulb itself. I guess you still call them light bulbs on those giant lights. They're not little, they're pretty big bulbs. The pitch to Cesar Valera, swings, fouls it off the handle into the seats. Look out. They hit off the lower portion of the upper deck and then came back. So it came at the fans from behind them. And that's especially dangerous because you can't see the ball coming back. It almost hit the mascot for the Saltdogs, a big furry dog. They'll get the ball and give it to a fan. I think it might have actually clipped a fan. Now the staff member is going to come down and check out the fan. Yeah, I think it did clip someone in the back. I don't know if it got him in the head or just their shoulder, but they will get a ball for a souvenir. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Valera. Bases loaded with 1 out here in the inning. The pitch from Newtbar into the dirt. It'll get past the catcher, and Allen will not make a play on it. He actually tracked it very well. It hit off his shin guard. He ran and actually caught it before it hit the ground, and he turned around to try to throw to Morrison, but decided against it, or throw to get Morrison out. So on the wild pitch, Morrison comes across. Now a score of 6-1. Nieves moves up to third. Morrison scores, and that coach goes from first to second. Valera has a 2-1 count on him. Lemurs pouring the runs on late here as they now have a 5-run lead over the Saltdogs. Newtbar firing away. Valera swings, grounds it opposite way. Diving is Hennigan into the hole. He'll make the play, throw to first, but a run comes across. 2 outs in the inning for the Lemurs. RBI ground out for Valera. First RBI of the game. He'll likely finish the day 1 for 4 with a walk, a run scored, a single, and a run batted in. Coach goes from second to third with Nieves crossing home plate. 7-1. Lemurs now up by 6 over the Saltdogs. So runner at third base for Laredo, and Jesus Poso to the plate. Poso today 0 for 3 with a walk, a run scored. Pitch low for a ball. One 1-0 the count. 7-1 the score. Lemurs in the lead. Poso awaits the 1-0. He'll swing and hit one hard in the air, deep to left. That ball has a chance, and it's well out of here. A 2-run home run for Jesus Poso, his first home run of the season. And this ball game is now a 9-1 game. The Lemurs leading the Lincoln Saltdogs. Nice work by Poso, getting his first home run of the season. And you can say, well, it's not really very meaningful, as it already was a wide margin here in the ball game. But hey, if it gives a guy confidence and helps him later on in the series or in the season, you want it. And I'm sure that will give Poso some confidence here. First hit of the ball game for Poso, and it's a dandy. Alvaro Rondon to the plate. Rondon today 1 for 3. He has a sac bunt RBI as well. Lemurs in the lead by a score of 9-1. Rondon swings, fouls it away the opposite way. 0-2 to Rondon. Newt Barr with the 0-2 delivery. Rondon swing, ground ball, right side foul. And blocking it with his chest is the first base coach, Ryan Beckman. He got in front of it, put his hands out, palms forward, arms slightly bent at the elbow, and just blocked it with his chest, almost like he was playing soccer or something. 0-2, the count still to Rondon. He'll take down and away for a ball. So Beckman having a little fun over there at first base. Maybe we should leave him as our first base coach. Lemurs have scored 4 runs this inning. They've hit 2 home runs here in the ball game. The pitch to Rondon, a swing and a miss. Strike 3. That'll end the inning, but the Lemurs add 4 more here in the 9th after scoring 4 in the 8th. They lead by 8. 9-1 the score. Laredo on top of Lincoln. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Saltdogs coming up.
You sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubba-da, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que por fin compraste carro nuevo? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? ¿Que hoy empieza tu fin de semana? ¿O que hoy se acaba tu novela y mañana empieza otra? La respuesta es la misma, pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres, pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. El carnesazo de H-E-B es una pachanga de sabor. Solo tienes que invitar a los compadres, prender la parrillita, ponerle unas fajitas, costillitas, chuletitas, salchichitas y, ¿por qué no?, hasta un pollo mariposita. Y que no se te olvide la musiquita y hasta una buena bailadita para un gran carnesazo. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo, carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Rene Leverett at the plate. New pitcher in the ball game, Jeff Inman. Pitch up and in for a ball. And what was a save situation at one point, or was maybe going to be a save situation at one point, then turned into not a save situation, and now definitely not a save situation. Pitch on the outside, or just off the outside corner, 2-0. Inman, though, in the ball game, he is the closer for the Lemurs. 8-run lead. Lemurs up 9-1. Inman will fire away the 2-0 on the inside corner, 2-1. This season, Inman 1-0, 6 saves, 2.31 ERA, 10 appearances. But he hasn't pitched since June 7th. It's been a while, 5 days. So get him some work. In a non-pressure, non-save situation, Leverett hits one in the air to deep right center, and that ball will hit off of the wall on one of the deepest parts of the ballpark. Leverett pulling up with a double. But you bring Inman in here, get some work in, because he hasn't pitched in a while. There is someone throwing in the pen for the Lemurs. Laredo up 9-1 over the Saltdogs. Mike Gilmartin to the plate. As Laredo scored 4 runs in the 9th inning. I say it was a safe situation. You had a solo home run by Dennis Phipps, and you thought, well, runs were hard to come by in this ball game. It was 2-1 there in the 8th inning. New Inman would come in the 9th, potentially, especially if it was still 2-1. The pitch, a swing and a miss. But with runs so hard to come by, you thought, well, 2-1. That's probably all that we're going to get. The solo home run by Phipps. However, Lemurs would score 3 more runs in the 8th, so then it made it a 4-run game, not a safe situation then with a 4-run ball game. And then the 9th inning, they poured on 4 more, so it became definitely not a safe situation. It was a called strike, 0-2 the count to Gilmartin, who has had an 0-2 count on him now for the 3rd time today. He is 0 for 3, but only 1 strikeout. We'll see if Inman can get the punch out here. He has 12 on the year in his 11 2/3 innings pitched. Setz looks over at Leverett at second. Pitch swung and fouled off the leg of Gilmartin, still 0-2. Lemurs with 14 hits today. Saltdogs with just 4. As the pitching staff today for Laredo, Matt Sergey, Harold Guerrero, Kamakani Usui, all doing their jobs, and now Jeff Inman in the ballgame. Facing just his second batter, trying to get his job done. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3. First strikeout of the inning for Inman.
Next up is number 18, catcher Luis Allen.
Luis Allen to the plate, 0 for 3 in the ballgame, a strikeout and 2 flyouts. Allen, the right-handed hitting catcher, taking high for a ball, 1-0. So Lemurs trying to snap this losing streak. They came into the ball game with 3 straight losses, and well, they can pick up a game on the Wingnuts. Wichita lost today. They had won 6 in a row to climb from last place in the division up to second place. That ball will get past Matt Coach in the dirt, and Leverett will go up to third base. We'll see if they rolled it a pass ball or a wild pitch. The count now 2-0. To Luis Allen. They haven't ruled it yet. Pass ball. There you go. There's a swing and a fly ball. Shallow right down the line. Chasing it is Phipps. He'll make the catch in fair territory. Right there at the line, out number 2. Leverett staying at third base, not trying to tag. It will be a pass ball charged to Matt Coach.
Next up is Saltdogs 41, right fielder
Austin Darby, 2 outs. 1 on here in the bottom of the 9th. 8-run ball game. Lemurs leading the Saltdogs. Lincoln down to their final out. This will be a big win for Laredo, snapping that 3-game losing streak, putting themselves in position tomorrow to get a series draw. Pitch down and away. 1-0 after dropping the first 2 games of the series. Leverett getting a big lead off at third. No one even close to holding him on. 1-0 pitch, swing, ground ball, left side. Backhanding it's Valera. He'll throw across the diamond, off balance, in time to get Darby, and that'll end the ball game on a nifty play there by Cesar Valera. And we'll keep that run off the board after the leadoff double by Leverett. Final score, 9-1. Lemurs out on top over the Saltdogs. The outfielders partying it up in center field as they do like a group hug, arms around each other's shoulders, and dance around a little bit in a circle. We'll come back. We'll recap this ball game for you real quick, and then we'll get out of here. First pitch tomorrow, remember, 1:05. First pitch tomorrow afternoon as the Lemurs look to draw a series tie with the Lincoln Saltdogs here at Haymarket Park. And your final score, 9-1 Lemurs over the Saltdogs.
Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
You make plans to come out and cheer on your Saltdogs June 17th through the 23rd.
Welcome back. James Nasser here with you as we recap this ball game. Let's take a look at how that happened. First inning. Well, it looked like we're going to have a pitcher's duel. Each pitcher went 3 up, 3 down against the first 3 hitters of the ball game that they faced. Matt Sergey for the Lemurs against Lindsey Coggle for the Saltdogs. Coggle will get 2 strikeouts in the first. Sergey would strike out the first batter he faced, but just got the 1 K. Going on to the second, well, Lemurs will get a couple of hits. Actually, they get 3 hits, so a few hits. With 1 out after ground up by Dennis Phipps, Abel Nieves, Matt Coach, and Cesar Valera would all single to load the bases. But Coggle would work out of the jam, getting a strikeout of Poso and a line out of Rondon to end the inning. And the Lemurs would leave the bases loaded there in the second. Well, Matt Sergey, his usual self, went 3 up, 3 down in the second with another strikeout. The Lemurs, they would get a couple of hits in the third, but one runner would be caught stealing, and they wouldn't score, stranding a runner at second base in the third inning. Third inning came and went for the Saltdogs as they would get a 2-out walk of Pat Kelly, but that was it. 2 more strikeouts for Sergey. Fourth inning, another 3 up, 3 down. In fact, 3 up, 3 down, fourth and fifth for the Lemurs at the plate against Lindsey Coggle. Matt Sergey, he'd walk 1 batter again with 2 outs in the fourth, but he'd strike out 3 that inning. And in the fifth, well, Sergey'd get in a little trouble. He'd again get the first 2 batters out and then again give up a walk. For the third straight inning, Sergey would retire the first 2 and then walk the third batter. And the third batter was John Smith. He would steal second, and then on a bloop, 2-out single to right off the bat of Pat Kelly. Well, John Smith would score from second base, and it was a 1-0 game going into the 6th inning. And the runs being at a premium today, you started to get a little worried, but the Lemurs came alive again at the plate. Got a leadoff single by J.D. Pulfer, then a 2-out double or a 1-out double by Dennis Phipps. Lemurs would have runners on first and on second and third with just 1 out. Abel Nieves would be walked intentionally, so with 1 out, bases loaded, Matt Coach would hit a ball to right towards the line. But Austin Darby would track it down as he would lay out for the diving catch, but it would be a sac fly as Pulfer would score. That would be the only run the Lemurs would get, but they would tie things up. So after the Saltdogs took a 1-0 lead in their bottom of the 5th, the Lemurs would tie it up the very next half inning in the top of the 6th. Well, Matt Sergey would come out for the 6th inning. He'd give up a leadoff double to Dan Hennigan, followed by a walk of Kurt Smith. Activity in the bullpen for the Lemurs at that point. Rene Leverett would single into center field. They would send Hennigan home, and as Hennigan was rounding third, he was probably pushing off of third base as Drew Martinez was coming up with the ball to throw it plateward. And it was not even a close play. Hennigan got gunned down at the plate by Drew Martinez, and he came up to the plate and just stood there and stopped. He probably could have stopped and run back and got himself in a pickle. It was that he was thrown out by that much. Smith would end up at second base, so runner on first and second and 1 out. The next 2 batters, though, would fly out to right field, and the inning was over. And the Saltdogs would fail to score, in large part thanks to a base running snafu Of course, it wasn't like Hennigan ran through a stop sign. He was waved home by the third base coach. We go on to the 7th inning, and, well, the Lemurs would get a couple singles, but they wouldn't score again. So still tied after 7. Sergey would come out after the 6th, though, and Harold Guerrero would throw a 3-up, 3-down 7th. In the 8th inning, Coggle would be replaced after throwing 7 innings tonight. And in the 8th, they'd go to Stephen Shackelford. Shackelford would get roughed up. First batter he faced, Dennis Phipps would hit a ball out to left center. Lemurs were up 2-1. They'd eventually draw 3 walks after a strikeout of Abel Nieves. The next 3 batters would all walk, and they'd all eventually score. Those runs being charged all to Shackelford. So he would give up 4 runs in the 8th. He would be replaced, though, by Nigel Newtbar after the 3 walks. We go on to the 9th inning. Well, in the 8th inning, the Lemurs would go to the bullpen again. Kalpakani Usui, 3-up, 3-down. In the 9th inning, the Lemurs would tack on 4 more runs as they would get a single by Ty Morrison, a walk of Abel Nieves, another single by Matt Coach, a ground out to drive in a run by Cesar Valera, and a 2-run home run off the bat of Jesus Pozo. Lemurs would lead 9-1 going into the 9th. Jeff Inman would come in. He'd give up a leadoff double to Rene Leverett, but he would end up stranded at third there in the 9th inning, and the Lemurs would come away winners 9-1. Your winning pitcher today, Harold Guerrero, gets his first win of the season, throwing an inning of shutout baseball, getting 2 strikeouts there in the 7th. Starter Matt Sergey would go 6 innings, give up 3 hits and 1 run, striking out 7. He would walk a season-high 4 batters. The loss goes to Stephen Shackelford in relief, throwing an inning, or actually a third of an inning, giving up 1 hit and 3 walks, allowing 4 runs, striking out a batter, giving up a home run was his lone hit. Starter today, Lindsey Coggle, 7 innings pitched for Lincoln, 9 hits, 1 run as he worked out of multiple jams, just 1 walk and 6 strikeouts. So very similar numbers for each starting pitcher, although Sergey would allow less base runners in fewer innings and also have more strikeouts than Coggle. Tanner Keast and Nigel Newtbar. Keast would actually throw before Newtbar there, getting them out of the 8th inning. Tanner Keast and Nigel Newtbar would each come into pitch. Newtbar will give up 4 runs on 3 hits there in the 9th inning to the Lemurs for the Lincoln Saltdogs. Keast a shutout 2/3 of an inning. Kamakani Usui and Jeff Inman each a shutout inning of work as well in the bullpen for the Lemurs. Looking at the performances at the plate, everyone in the Lemurs lineup got a hit tonight. In fact, the first 4 batters in the order all got 2 hits. Everyone going 2 for 5. Martinez, Pulfer, Morrison, and Phipps, with Pulfer, Morrison, and Phipps all scoring a run. Phipps with an RBI as well. Martinez did not score today, but he had 2 runs batted in on the evening with his RBI double in the 8th, driving in a pair of runs. Also driving in a pair of runs, Jesus Pozo with his 2-run home run. He would score twice tonight. Matt Coach, 2 for 3 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. Cesar Valera, 1 for 4, an RBI, a run scored, and Alvaro Rondon, an RBI and a hit, 1 for 4. So everyone would either score a run or drive in a run here today, as everyone did get hits in the Lemurs lineup. At the plate for the Saltdogs, just 4 hits on the day, 2 of them by Rene Leverett. He was 2 for 3. The only other batters getting hits were Hennigan and Kelly. And then Smith scoring a run. He was walked and was 0 for 2 on the day. Take a look around the scoreboard one last time. All finals across the league. 4-0 Saints take down the Canaries in Sioux Falls. The Texas Airhogs winners in Amarillo, 7-3 over the Wichita Wingnuts. Airhogs snap their 4-game losing streak and also snap the Wichita Wingnuts 6-game winning streak. Gary South Shore Railcats win by 1 at home. They score up 4-3 over the Sioux City Explorers. In Kansas City, the T-Bones also winners at home, 5-3 over the Joplin Blasters. And in Fargo, the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks lose by a score of 4-2 against the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Tomorrow, tune in, 105 first pitch will be live on air at 12:45 approximately. Troy Marks on the hill for the Lemurs, 0-2 with a 6.10 ERA against Shiren Martise, 3-2 with a 3.09 earned run average. Again, your final here today, 9-1, the Lemurs take down the Saltdogs. The Lemurs would score 4 runs in the 8th and 4 runs in the 9th to power them to victory here today in what was a pitcher's duel for the first 7 innings between the Lemurs and Saltdogs. Tune in tomorrow, again, 105 first pitch. Until then, I'm James Nasser. Have a great rest of your day. Good night, everybody.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension